Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. After the single largest day decline since March for U.S. equities yesterday, we're seeing North American stock futures back to the upside this morning in a big way. So as you were for markets marching higher here this morning, we had a bunch of hotspots popping up in the U.S. when it comes to COVID-19 cases coming back into play here over the past couple of days as economies start to reopen, people get back to work. So that was the concern yesterday, possible second wave of COVID-19 coming that provided a little bit of negativity. Every single stock in the S&P 500 negative territory yesterday, except for Kroger, KR, the only one, posting a 0.4% advance on the day yesterday, which was pretty impressive. So everything else to the downside. Once again, we're seeing those stocks that are going to benefit the most from economies starting to reopen, leading the way higher this morning. All the travel companies in positive territory, big time. The airlines, the cruise lines, we'll get to those. We also have some of the retailers popping back to the upside this morning, and the big name tech companies as well, showing some strength early on. On the data front this morning, University of Michigan sentiment preliminary numbers for June coming out at 10. That one can move the market. We had U.S. import prices for May out at 8:30. That came in higher than expected, 1% versus a 0.6% reading that everyone was looking for. It is Friday, June 12th, 2020. Trader TV Live starts now. And there's a look at the APAC region from overnight. Asian markets, to the downside as well. Outside of India there, the Nifty 0.7% higher. Let's shift over to Europe and have a look at how things are shaping up so far. Yeah, positive territory right across the board. Nice look here for the European landscape. Let's go to North America and see how things are shaping up on the futures. Yeah, positive. You can see Brazil there already open, trading down more than 2%. Everything else looking pretty solid. To start the Friday morning trading session here, we'll get into a whole bunch of things that are moving around in the pre-market. Once again, guys, good morning. Lots to get to this morning. We had earnings from Adobe. We had earnings from Lululemon. We have all these crazy Chinese stocks to have a look at once again today. I
got to be honest with you. I can't get past Hertz at this moment. We want to offer some shares out, and we're going bankrupt, and let's just be up 50% because all of this makes so much sense. Look, it's going to be an unbelievable bookend to the week when you have this kind of volatility coming back into the market. So many of these travel names coming back up. I'm seeing across the board 5-10% moves. Notwithstanding Hertz and GNUS, and you have so many names that are volatile and doing ridiculous shares in the pre-market. It should be a good one today. I'm going to do my best not to overtrade and have too many symbols, but could be a tall task here.
Yeah, good luck with that. Today, we find ourselves in a lot of symbols these last couple days, and it's because there's been a lot of action. We want to thank everybody for joining us once again, and Neil hit it on the head there. It's going to be a nice little end to the week, needless to say. A lot of bids coming through today. It's nice to see the market up another 2% today after that dramatic 5.5%, as Brennan just mentioned yesterday. Worst day since March. Only one S&P Kroger yesterday. KR up 0.4%. That was kind of funny to read that. But look, today was going to be a completely different day. Everything's a bid here on the imbalance locator. I hope you enjoyed the premiere there. Today when we talked about closing auctions, we'll talk about it right now quickly. These are the opening auctions right now, all bids and all those names that you and I love here. Hertz, Neil's talking about that. Some of the cruise lines are up here. GE's here. Return of the banks maybe. We got Ford here as well. Citigroup and our boy Spirit at the bottom. So there's a lot happening today. Shout out to all of our viewers once again. Let's get that 40,000. We're very, very close to hitting that subscription rate right now. And Market Wisdom, I mean, that's really the page, guys, that's taking off. A lot of traders looking at our educational videos and loving them, and we thank you for that. We will continue to support this community, so thank you for joining us, and it's Friday. Let's have a good one.
Yeah, we had the premiere before the show this morning. Let us know what you thought of the closing auction video over on Market Wisdom this morning at 8:30. You can check that out, obviously. It'll be posted there going forward. Let's have a look at what else is coming up throughout the day today. We're going to have a very interesting talk talk at 1 o'clock this afternoon with the guys from Fireblocks Digital Asset Security. Very interesting concept, very interesting company to have a chat with. Again, the CEO and Director of Business Development coming at 1 p.m. from Fireblocks, so stick around for that. Before we get going here this morning, let's go over to the desk and say good morning to Valeria.
Good morning and hello everyone. Guys, I wish you a great trading day, and we are here as usual to make it even better. Sign up for our free daily watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat, and subscribe to our channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. And guys, as usual, hit the thumbs up, please support and give us all the likes you can give. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
All right, guys, let's have a look at what is moving around in the pre-market here. We mentioned a couple of earnings names. Adobe, the big one. We'll talk about Lululemon here first. The company reported earnings of 22 cents per share in their latest quarter on revenue of 652 million. Both of those numbers missing expectations. We did have a 68% increase in direct-to-consumer net revenue. So online sales higher, obviously everyone at home, but they did suffer because of the temporary store closures because of the pandemic. So big move down here. Aftermarket, we're back to 298 here. So about halfway back, it looks like, from that move aftermarket yesterday, guys.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, they have those yoga classes in store, that kind of stuff can't happen. So, you know, a bit of a bump down, but a decent recovery. When you see that pre-market action, and then after the initial drop, of course, you see most of the volume teeter in here around, you know, 294, 295 as a top, gapping up with everything else above that price. That'll sort of make that, you know, 290, call it 293 to 294.50. That should be an interesting area. If that gets broken down, I think you can retest that 283 bottom from what we saw in the aftermarket yesterday. I just feel like, you know, this is one of those situations where you had the big to move to the downside in the overall market. You see this bouncing back up, and it feels like a bit of a trap here on a Friday to me. I think Lulu, if it's going to be a break through that 293. I should have hit that key there. We got to.
Oh yeah, where is it? Why am I just talking about it when we have that? Anyways, keep going, Neil.
It's a trap, yeah, but it's through that 293. I think there's an opportunity there. A little Admiral Akbar action. The shields are still up. I feel like this one is a trap. Maybe we can have Lulu down through 292 or 293 area.
Look, I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I know what that means. Shields are up, but I did know that was Akbar there. So we'll go forward from there. Look, I've been around the block a little too long here to be fooled by Lululemon. They're a great company, and I don't know. I'm only thinking long on this name. Neil's right, though. A lot of the athletic apparel right now seems to be hot, in my opinion, because hey, who's wearing suits anymore? It seems like the COVID, gear is this athletic leisure kind of stuff. So we'll see what Lulu does here. I mean, the stores are hurting them. Obviously, they're not going to be open, and I don't know how much revenue they get from the store itself, or not, as opposed to online sales. But here we go, 300. I like a 300 break. It's only 75,000 shares right now, so I would actually expect it to be moving its way back to positive, especially with the market up 2%. So we're going to give this one a little bit of room. I'll see it if it breaks through 300, but I don't really love the short. But some of those levels that Neil gave, obviously this 292 rate down here should be key. So Lulu will be there, but as you guys know, there's just so many symbols to trade, and we've been really trading a lot of these cruise lines, which we're going to get to in a minute here. We've been trading those really well, so I think we're going to stick with a lot of that.
Yeah, I want to make sure we get to the travel companies. Let's move on to Adobe here, guys. They reported earnings of $2.45 per share on revenue of $3.13 billion. Beating on both ends of the spectrum there. They said the shift towards all things going digital and tech because of work from home that is happening because of COVID-19 going to benefit the company long term. So Adobe 5% to the upside here, guys. We did have some crazy price action in the aftermarket yesterday, all the way back to these levels here, 406 up to about 407.
Yeah, I mean, double top 410. That's pre-market high. That's a couple sessions ago. Was the top as well. I mean, Adobe, I guess, if I wanted to believe in the market rallying today, top break on Adobe seems decently possible. The daily chart shows you all that you need to know. I would also file away here that this one could be an interesting, if we do get a sell-off here going into Friday, at the end of the week, this would be interesting on a dip down to like 385 to begin next week, certainly. So, I mean, Adobe will watch for a top-end break. Pre-market volume is very, very low. It's not usually a name that I'll trade here, but I think that might be one thing you could look for if there's strength in the market off the open.
Yeah, that's for sure. I love Adobe. They're in the right space. It's the right name. It's the right time. So, I mean, I love Adobe here all day, every day. This stock is going to be a great one. It already has been. I mean, check out the daily chart here. Adobe's been on fire. Cloud space. They have a bunch of different offerings, including Magento to make your own little websites there. If I can find them, the daily chart here it is here. I mean, look at this. You want to talk about a recovery. I mean, you do get a few of these red arrows, wicks pointing downside. And yesterday, I don't know, we got down to 387, I guess. Wow, that was a good buying opportunity. But look at this, straight back to the upside here. This is a strong name. They're going to take out all-time highs right here, breaking through 410. We topped out at 410 a couple days ago, and now you get the earnings release. So this should spark it. 410 was Wednesday, I guess. Didn't get there yesterday. Only got to 407, and then we saw what happened. So right now, Adobe. Yeah, I like this name. Long side again. Wow. We're going to get to Hertz in a minute.
What in the actual?
What in the actual? Let's just call up Hertz quickly right now. This is YOLO time. So on these stocks here, 345 right now. Hello, Hertz. You're up 68% today. They filed for bankruptcy, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago? And now they're just rocking and rolling. And shout out to anybody that's gotten this one right, because Uncle Carl dumped all of his shares. And what we mean by that is Carl Icahn, I think it was 78, 72 cents, something like that. Brendan and Neil on the reopen down here. And then bang to the upside. We've already hit 650 at one point. Do we get $6 today? Maybe. Look, I mean, if they are a viable company and they get that billion, then maybe in private equity we'll bring this thing back. But I don't know. We're crossing this daily moving average right now that I really like. That's here at 350. Hertz going nuts, Brendan.
Yeah, 350 is going to be 350 is a big level to watch off the open here. I think we're all, I mean, a lot of traders here are curious to see how this is going to play out, because they need approval to be able to do this. And it's a little bit new for a lot of us here, a situation like Hertz. So interesting enough, that 350 level, it's definitely a big one. If we hold it off the open, I'm going to have to try selling in Hertz. But you can't fight it. If it's a breakout long through 350, there's probably a few other people that are going to be short in front of that price. I'll promise you that.
Yeah, you said it, Neil. Definitely, I've never heard of something like that before. But just to clarify, they do need the bankruptcy judge to give approval for that share offering to happen. So let's see what happens with Hertz, guys. Let's go to Dave & Buster's here. I want to talk about Dave & Buster's because over the past couple of days, it's been popping up on volume scanners like crazy. Going into earnings, they also reported aftermarket. Earnings were very bad, missed both per share and the revenue side of things. They reported a loss. It was bigger than expected. They've had all of their locations in North America closed since March 20th. They did give some hints as to how they were going to start to reopen once again. But yeah, play here big time to the upside today. As I mentioned, though, guys, the volume in this thing relative-wise has been definitely higher than normal the past couple of days.
Yeah. To say the least. Bouncing pretty well yesterday off of what was support at 13, that little bottom that we can see here. And then you're rubbing right back into this sort of 17 range. That's going to be an obvious sort of breakout area for you there. There's a couple of levels I'm watching on play, but I want to get you guys to XSP quickly just because I do have a position on here. It rolled through a 545 to 550 on a retracement. I couldn't catch it. I chased it down to 534. First leg out for a quick little 13-cent scalp. I'm actually going to get the rest out. Bit of an iceberg here at $5 even. So if I can catch it out here for about a 30-cent win on the second half, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. XSPA yesterday, I didn't take advantage of the pre-market move and then got stuck when it was going sideways for far too long. So I'm going to take the profit on that one. Get a quick little floss off. But there goes Hertz to 350. I don't know. You guys keep getting me with this one. And one of these days, I'm not going to fall for that, but it's not anytime soon here. But Hertz keeps going. 350, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, good little belly dance there, Neil. Maybe a little early to be hitting that key there, Neil, but we'll wait to see if we can get some belly dancing trades going through. One stock I did want to talk about was SPG, Simon Property Group. That name is up huge again today, another 5% and a bit. The interesting thing here for me on this one today, and it's just kind of a moment that I'm pretty happy with. I pinned it to my top here. Me and Jim Cramer today, if you guys follow me on Twitter here, Jim Cramer today went back and forth with him a little bit here, talking about SPG. So he tweeted it out, I tweeted back at him, and then he tweeted back at me. So what up to, I'm going to call him my boy now, Jim Cramer. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're enjoying Trader TV Live, although I see you on some other station here I've never heard of right now. So we'll wait to see on that. But SPG today, Simon Property Group, the reason why we bring it up is that it's a big runner. This stock is a good dividend. It runs up and down. If you check out the daily chart, we did have some comments on this yesterday, SPG here. Look at this, up to 95, back down yesterday to 59 or 60, up to 70 again. This is one of those crazy names here, a play on retail space. So if you like SPG, so do I, and so does Jimmy Chill.
Let's go to the travel names here. Lots to get through still this morning. Just brought up Royal here. Royal Caribbean up 11% in the pre-market. We had data out yesterday that showed a spike in hospitalizations due to COVID-19 in a few states in the U.S. That raised a whole bunch of issues with the possibility of a second wave coming for the virus. So you can see big, huge move down on all of these things yesterday. But today, right back to the upside. We're back above 60, which was this resistance level from the morning yesterday, guys, on RCL here. I mean, we can look at the airlines, any of these cruise lines as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting story for me because you'll probably have a lot of similar setups. Back down through that 60, if the market starts to come in, is going to be hard for me not to attempt to play. The good news about it here in RCL is at that point, if it gets triggered in, you go short in that 60 range, let's say, off that top from yesterday, you can always just use high of days, you're out. And that'll serve as a relatively disciplined and tight stop on a stock like this, which could retrace easily down into this chop here you see around like 56 if we do get a sell-off type of day. So, I mean, at least the risk reward is going to be there. As for Hertz, it actually just got to 365 and came back in. I'm not touching it yet, but if we hold below 350 off the open, that should be an interesting price for me. But right now, the pre-market action is insanity.
Okay, so CCL, AAL. I mean, I wrote down a few different levels here. What one did you just talk about there, Neil?
That was the RCL there.
RCL, okay, so I'll touch CCL just a little bit here. 1990 here as the top. That's been the top of the day, maybe $20 if we could take that piece out. I'm thinking this 19 top is going to come into play at some point today. Very, very coincidental that it's 19 top yesterday, and then today we just blow right through it. We don't even look sideways at that number. So maybe something to come through. If we drop it down to maybe a 5-minute chart, you'll see what I'm talking about here. These are these bottoms, 1968, 1970 from a few days ago. So there is some potential down here to get some love at these current levels that we're at. So I'm just looking for a break on this stock to the downside. I do think 19 comes into play. So we're going to look at 1950 here on that. We're also going to go over to AAL as well because that's been a high flyer for us. I haven't traded it great off the open, so I'm going to wait a minute. But wow, we are just off to the races again. Like 15%. There's so many traders, day traders, like us, like you guys watching here that have gotten themselves wrapped up into some of these airlines. And look, if all is good in the world, these airlines are going to keep going up. I'm just not sure that that's going to be the case. So I'm going to let these stocks settle down in the first 5 minutes. I'm not going to put risk into this. Probably similar to what Neil was talking about on Hertz. Let's let some levels build up here, guys, and then start to hit it. We're right at VWAP is 1650. I do like a breakdown, but we could break down and then head higher to test those highs. So we got to really see what direction the futures give us. But what I wrote down for AAL is all the way back down here. This 1550 high again yesterday. So we'll just want to see what breaks. And when it does, it should come tumbling down, in my opinion, today.
All right, let's go to electric vehicle world, guys. Tesla with a downgrade from Morgan Stanley this morning to underweight from equal weight. How dare they? But still, we're 1% higher here on the morning, holding this 980 level. Was a little bit of a pivot in the afternoon yesterday. We came down to 980 and held. So already pushing back up, even with the downgrade today, guys.
Yeah, you can't get in the way of Tesla, man. I mean, we thought that maybe it would be a better sell than it was yesterday. At least I did. A couple of shorts towards the end of the show. One worked, and then one didn't. So for me, I'm not going to be fighting Tesla too hard, but I think 995 to about 1,005, and this is more just down to when every time I took the 1,000 break long, and Sean and I were in that trade, there was some selling that would just jump in at around 5 and 8 and 13, and it just sort of felt like if it is going to be a one day where it really tricks the long, it could be on another test of that level, maybe failing at that same price and people piling back in to that 1,000 mark. So I'm going to let 1,000 break today if it does. And the first thing I'm going to be looking for is a reversal from about 5 to 8, and then see if there's an opportunity to jump into the short there. And from with that kind of trade, maybe use 118, which had been the top, as an out, or you can just use that 108 or 1,008, 1,010. I'm going to make that mistake a million times here.
Yeah, there's been some tops up here, and like Brandon said, how dare they downgrade Tesla here today. 988, this is kind of the top here. The problem is there's a bit of garbage here that happened yesterday in the mid-afternoon around this 988, 986 level. Look at the futures, push. They continue to go higher as a lot of these stocks continue to march up. Look, Tesla's only up 1.5 here. Market's going to be up 2.5. So yeah, Tesla lagging today, which I think it has some catch-ups to do. Why don't we look at 988 if you want to get a little more frisky, 990 to the top side as well. So I mean, you're pulling at hairs here when you're talking about 989, 988, 990. If you like Tesla, take it through 990. If you don't and you think it's going to be weak, you do have a bottom that put in yesterday, 972. That's $12 from now. I don't think we get there today unless the market reverses back, and that's going to be a lot of on the back of Boeing and some of these cruise lines and some of the big tech companies as well. So Tesla, we know that the Robin Hoods of us all are in a lot of these stocks, and we'll put our money to work if it starts to go. So watch out for 990 on the best automaker here, not NIO, Tesla today, guys.
We talk about Tesla. We got to talk about Nikola here, guys. NKLA almost 10% already. So the tale of kind of two tapes. They have not sold a single vehicle. I'll just start that start this little segment with that little piece of information. Back above 66 here, guys. It was a little bit of support. They tried to support it off the bat yesterday morning. This 66, 65.5 area. But yeah, market pushing higher. Here goes NKLA to the upside as well.
You said 65 pivot. I think anyone looking at that sort of 68 level that you sort of see here in the pre-market, top 69 is interesting, and then you can go back here. There was some chop at 70. The problem with a 69 break, usually if you run into that even dollar number, is you could find immediate resistance. The way that Nikola moves, that might not be as big of a problem, so I am going to be watching a 69 break through the top. But if it can't hold this pre-market low of 64, 65, that would be an interesting place to short. We have some pay for locate, so we can go short. We can trade it both ways today on Nikola, so that's an advantage we have here at Day Trade the World. So I'm looking at 69 to the upside. As a short, you know what? I'll probably take it through 64, not the 65 level that Brendan talked about. I'll let it trade through that price and see if it gets down to 64 first.
Nikola, yeah, I don't have shorts. We're gonna hopefully get some in a minute, but $70, I like that as a blowout spot. We got as high as 69 and change yesterday, so we were long this stock all the way down here. If you guys remember, yesterday was $60. We took an $8 winner up in this move up here, so we'll wait to see. Actually, it was down here. It was earlier, so it was this move. We'll wait to see here now where this goes, but we were long yesterday, 59 and 60 down here, and this garbage would have been great to get there yesterday afternoon. We could come back today to that level, but again, look at the market. People got to get their money in, right? So is it going to be Nikola? Is it going to be Virgin Galactic? Is it going to be Genius Brands? Is it going to be JFIN? What stock is it going to be that everyone's going to run up today? And if it's going to be Nikola, watch out for 69, guys. Take that top off. Let's go long. 69, Nikola.
Let's talk about Boeing, guys. We had a little bit of a tank into the close yesterday for the overall market. Obviously, this was one of the reasons why. Boeing, you can see in the afternoon, tons of volume, big move down. Guys, we can grab my screen there. Yeah, big move down here in the afternoon. The Wall Street Journal reporting that they had asked Spirit Aerosystems, which is their biggest parts provider, to delay starting manufacturing of parts once again on the 737 MAX, the grounded airliner. They were out earlier in the week saying that production was going to start again, but now we're hearing that parts for the plane might not get going as quickly. 9.5% though for Boeing here, guys, after that big move down yesterday.
Yeah, that move started at 179. I don't think it's a coincidence that you have a bit of a bottom here at that same price in the pre-market, so obviously people are tying that one in. That might not come into play too soon here, as we're going right through a 186. In terms of upside, I didn't really see any kind of sort of resistance area until I got to like 191. 191.50 to 193. It was sort of very vague about this area here up at the top. And I do think I'll probably give it a shot here. I have a lot of names where I'm thinking along the same lines, that if we blast through some of these highs from yesterday in the morning, and then fade back in, that would be a good place to go short some of them. And I feel like if I trade too many of those, you get caught in the wrong direction if it is an upward market. So that's why I'm mixing a couple of breakout plays to the long side and only maybe do the 1 or 2 that I like the best. I wish I could say it's Hertz for now, but Boeing looks interesting to me. If it tries to take 192 and fails to do so, I'll probably be trying again to short that one through that price. And ultimately, the next stop up, if it does break through, get through like 195, there's just not a heck of a lot till you get to 200.
Yeah, no, Boeing, I mean, I agree with that. Those of you that followed me again on Twitter, we talked about that yesterday. If I can find it right here, we tweeted it out yesterday about that Boeing. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. If I'll show you guys, follow me on Twitter. Yeah, hey, what's up, Little Wayne? Okay, right here at 3:14 yesterday, that's what we talked about there. Boeing supplier freezes the MAX 37. So we got a little bit of love on that, 14 likes. I mean, I should like it myself, make that to 15. Yeah, that's that move here. And here's Boeing. This is CCL. Oh, I want to talk about it. 1925. I'm keyed in on that one for CCL, so watch out for 1925. This is that run right here, guys. I tweeted it out at 3:13. That tweet came out by me, and here you go, right here. This is that move, 3:13. So it's right up here. Didn't even happen yet. Crashed down. We were able to get some shorts and then cover. Actually, we did a nice little cover once this broke down here. So a nice little $4 or $5 move. Neil, you hit the nail completely on the head with that. If we come up to 179. That's going to be a key level for sure for Boeing today. So I already have my order to go short here, 179, which is down here. If that breaks, that was the start of this collapse. We're going to go short Boeing 179, guys.
SPR, the other side of that, Spirit Aero Systems, if you want to look at that, also had a big move down into the close yesterday. Here's a little small cap to have a look at. EMAN on the NYSE Arc Exchange. They make OLED digital screens. They signed a contract with the Department of Defense that's going to basically double their market cap. So big gap up here, 125 holding right now as a bit of resistance. 135 is interesting on the daily chart, but we're already moving our way back to the downside here. Just watch out, $1 just below us, kind of halfway between the pop aftermarket on the news and where we are now. So just watch $1 even for EMAN, guys.
All right.
I have that one on my radar as well, but it's a very, very tight sort of range. And those ones that short breakdowns when it's right in front of a buck don't usually turn out too well for me. So I'll be very interested in this one if it makes another run at $1.50. If it does that and turns around, I think that'll be a more enticing short. And then, of course, watch out when you get the trades breaking out those tops in some of these names. Just step out of the way and maybe go long on that kind of a breakout, guys. So 3 minutes to go. We've given you a lot of names to look at. I'm sure we've even missed a couple here, but RCL, CCL, Boeing is going to be on that list. We're looking at Tesla. We're looking at Nikola, at EMAN, and of course Hertz. Holding right at 350. So, don't pull these ones out of thin air, but there's a lot of chop happening on decent volume at this 350 price in Hertz. And whichever way this battle goes, you just have to be prepared to throw your bias away at times and just go with the price action on a Hertz here. So 350 is a good level. 380 was before, but we topped out here at 367 on the high end. I'm not sure there's going to be a ridiculous amount of support until you get about to the $3 mark. Who knows? We traded well below this, of course, all day yesterday.
Yeah, okay. I just want to talk about a few of the trades that we're going to have. We're going to have Nikola through 69, hopefully. If that does happen, then again through 70, we're going to go twice on Nikola. If it goes 69, then I think it goes 70, then I think we go higher from there. So 69 and 70 comes through on there. Okay, so that's Nikola. The other name I want to talk about that I was excited about was CCL. We already talked about that. What other orders do we have in here? Oh, yeah, Adobe. Adobe going to the top side here. Right now, I don't want to get in, but I'm going to take a long through 410. Okay. It's going to be a risky one. We've only done 44,000 shares, but I do like Adobe through 410. Again, this will probably be holding it for about $5 to the downside. If we do break this little bottom of 405 and change, then your boy will be out. But I don't want to get in right now, but it looks like we may just do that on the market on open order here, going long through 410 on Adobe, but only a minute and a half to go here. Lulu, where are we at on that right now? Did that break through 300? Okay, so that broke through 300. So
yeah, that's already gone. Dave and Buster's is trying to take the top off right now as well. So you have a lot of names here trying to get to the high end. It's about a minute until the open here, and I know you guys you love the show. We have all these fun graphics. We do lots of things that are entertaining and high quality. And it's not just our four mugs that you see all the time that are working on this. We have an entire team working with us here, and you don't always see all of their faces. One of those members, Ioana, will be leaving to go back home across the pond, but she's been with it from the start. Production assistant doing just about anything and everything behind the scenes to give us a fantastic show. So today, Ioana's going to be ringing the bell, and we can't be more thrilled to have her do that. I actually believe, Sean, and I could be wrong about this, that the very first time we had that gigantic bell, it was Ioana that did ring it. So we'll see if that's certainly true. About 30 seconds to go here. So I'm watching now, Dave and Buster's.
There she
through
is.
1720. There she is right behind, ready to drop that bell. There's so many things to look at. Hertz. Oh, Hertz just dropped 30 cents off 350. Hurt me, Hertz. There you go. I don't know. Oh,
yeah, and Ioana, obviously you'll be dearly, dearly missed. Thank you for everything that you've done, and we only have 8 seconds to go. I called her my second wife, so my first wife might be happy now, but I don't think so. They're also friends. So 2, 1, there we go. Ioana, hit that bell. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. That's Ioana, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Tesla. I'm not in anything yet, but Tesla working for that 972. Let's see if that comes to the bottom here. The market giving back right now, guys.
Yeah, I mean, immediately looking at that RCL, but it's in the middle of the range here, so nothing just yet on RCL. NCLH, if you want to look at Norwegian, sort of the same thing, range bound. It's not breaking off the top. We're just sort of sitting here deciding what direction we want to go. But the story for me right now is I didn't take a shot at Hertz at 350, and Hertz is at 316. So clearly the sellers have come in to start the day. In a pop, anything up to 3, maybe 335, 340. We'll have to fade Hertz to maybe get into this short.
Yeah, I can't even get in here. I'm trying to get in right now to CCL. So we are in right now, CCL short side. Right now, 1977. So let's go. Let's go, CCL. We wanted you through 1925. We got you early. We said we'd wait to see what the futures did. So right now, it's a 12-penny winner on this little mover here, something called Carnival. So let's just keep this boat going. We're only short Carnival right now. 1977, big trade. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, I just finally dipped into a little bit of Hertz here. I'm going to work this one in front of that 350. I said I would give it a shot. It's just one of those things. I can't live with myself if I don't try to make some sense of this, and it's going to be a short side trade for me until it proves otherwise. I wanted it to open below 350. That's what's happened. If it takes it out, fair enough. We'll just get out of that trade and lick our wounds and move on.
Yeah, a big trade happening already. We popped the wheelie right now. CCL Ciao, downside right now, short 1977 here. Decent trade as we go. 30-penny winner to start the day here on CCL. Did I say 30? How about 40? Right now, CCL, see ya. We're going to go long at 19. We're going to get out soon, 1925. That's our spot right now. Brendan, give us another name. This is fire.
Guys, early mover here. Cisco back to the upside, 4% move. Just took out 45. There was an offer there, but got blasted right at the open. Cisco showing some strength, guys.
Yeah, and add RCL to the list. Remember, we talked about 60 break. It broke 60.50. Now it broke 60 even. I'm going to take some profit out on the way downside here, guys. But Hertz starting to come down. I got 333 as a price, which is not ideal. I tried to pick up more shares in front of that 50 mark. Wasn't able to do so. So only 2 shorts on Hertz and RCL. Both of them right now slightly in the money here to the downside.
Yeah, we're covering. We're out of. We're only holding 25% left of our CCL. Great trade to start the day on CCL as we go. Neil, just be careful with that Hertz because we did have that big buy imbalance, but now obviously that's going to be off that name. So hopefully that name can come running through back down. I'm going to wait for 320 to break. Here comes CCL, guys. We have some big orders to get out here around 30. We want to go short again at 1925. So CCL, we've been running this thing the last couple days, and we come back on it. We traded it right away. I told you I wanted to see what the futures were going to do there, and they are doing exactly what we thought, coming back to the downside.
And you're not going to trick me hitting the floss key. I'm going to hit something else. What did I hit? Fireworks there. Why not? Hertz to the downside. I told you I was going to load up in front of 350. We did it. Now we're down at that 311 mark. 310, 3 even. That's where we'll get the bulk out. I want to make sure I have at least half out when this thing tests 3 even. If it can't break it, I'm going to be shorting the pops. But I also have, of course, RCL here down. I have a 60 even as my short price. It just went down to 59.50. I got to take some profit off on this one at some point.
Yeah, we just took a $2 winner right there. Look at this. We shorted Tesla on that 972 break. Got out 969, basically the bottom of that move there for the day. We are still stuck short, so let's wait to see what does happen here with Tesla. Hopefully that doesn't blow us upside there. We take CCL more short as well. Let's wait to see what this one wants to do. Hopefully these futures didn't just make a bottom bottom, because then we'll be stuck. But we are now short more right now on Carnival. 19.29 is our average price. So right here, guys, let's see what we can do the downside here on CCL. It may retrace back. We may have to give this one a little bit of room here, guys. Yeah. There goes Adobe topside.
Sean, I'm going to pop that confetti there because I'll get you to RCL as well. So shorting this one on the way down, but then it gave you this awesome pop here in front of that original 650 break. I did take some profit out, 59.60, 59.50. I'm still holding half the position right now. I'm giving this to this 60.50 area. If it wants to take that out, I'll just lick the wounds on a 30-cent hit. It's now a tight stop on the second half to see if we can't hit that home run. I can't live with myself if I don't give a shot for the home run short after the action yesterday and what we saw popping up in the morning. I said we'd try this fade trade in a couple of names. That's exactly what we did here this morning. So far, working out nicely for us. This hurts. Hurt me hurts, or don't hurt me, I should say. Hurt the longs. Nothing personal against anyone going long this stock, but I don't understand it. So I'm going short. 340. Now it's at 303. Watch for a 3-even break on Hertz. I'm loving it here to the downside. I'm going to hold on for dear glory. Still have this on a 3-even break. Now 50 cents in the money on Hertz. Let's go. Rain the money in. This is what it's all about. You could have had this a couple of times, but we had it short in that pop. And this is what it's all about, guys. Hertz, big winner. And RCL now heading down towards 59. That's in the money. $1 as well.
Yeah, we talked about that Hertz trade breaking through 330. We talked about that. Good look, Neil. And sometimes when you get those market on balance indicators off, then you see what happens to those symbols. They get to go. So here comes CCL all the way back down now. We'll see if it wants to go south side here. The futures need to go for us. Not sure that's going to happen. We absorbed it all the way up to 40. We're going to take some risk off right now. We are short right here, but doesn't look like it wants to move for us at all. But there goes Hertz back to the upside. I'm going to wait for a 280 break, but I got to deal with the CCL right now. We're short right here, guys, 19.29.
Yeah, I still have a little bit of Hertz on. It's really only 15% of the position. I did say I would take out most of it as we did break that little of 3-even area and then came back. I think at this point, remember what happened at the quarters yesterday? If you guys were watching, that same price for me is going to be a nice little rebound area. If it gets to like 315, 320, I'll probably slide my stop to 25.30 and then add more shares at that price. But for now, Brendan, what do you got, bud?
No, little one that was moving in the pre-market here. Big flush to the downside through $8 on CTIB. Still 200+% here. It held 8 there very briefly, but big flush down to 6 for that one, guys.
And thank goodness RCL there was able to get some out basically on bottom wick for that dollar win. It's now retracing back to that 650. So yeah, I'm going to reload and give myself one more shot to short this name. So RCL, one more time. If it breaks 50s, fair enough, we're out. I'll get 630s again. Slightly better price than last time. I think we had 620 as an average price on our last short. But if it breaks, it takes the top off. Fair enough. House money we're playing with. There it goes. I can't even be mad about the loss there because the market going upside now, rebounding. Brendan, what do you got?
Sean mentioned Genius Brands there in the pre-market. Here we go through 450, guys. Huge volume spike on GNUS. It was down significantly yesterday, so watch out upside for Genius Brands today, guys.
Yeah, I was just about to have a quick look at Party City here, as this already had what is a redonkulous move pre-market, then a bit right at the open, then a halt, and then has come all the way back up to this $2 range where I thought it made sense to go short. And the volume's okay. It's short. I think it might be short sell restricted, but if it breaks 190 again, I'm taking a shot at this breakdown. Volume just came back in. It just feels like an obvious setup that you're only risking 10, 15 cents to take a shot at the short, and retracement would be to like 150. So count me in on a 190 break short on Party City here. Could be a nice one here. I'm reloading a little bit in Hertz in front of 325, as I mentioned as well.
Yeah, we just got taken out a little bit there on our CCL trade. So we'll wait to see. I mean, if it takes out 20, then we can't do much about that one. And we'll just keep going the other way. But here we go. CCL, take a little bit more short there in front of this $20 level. Excuse me. 1990 is what we really want to look at here, but a bunch of shorts now. We'll see if we don't get blown out again here on CCL. We were wrong. We did go short early. That was a big trade. Captured that, but then we did punch a little bit more, like we talked about it at 1925. It does dip all the way to 1907 there, but we did not cover, so we reload a little bit more short to the top side. We've been reloading a lot on this name. Tesla, we get a nice little reload back up here at 984, so we come marching back down to the bottom side of this name. So Tesla, nice little trade there. We're stuck in the middle. Our average price right now, 77. So it's right here. If Tesla can drop downside again, we got a perfect out at 969. But again, we need these futures to keep coming downside for any of our trades to start working out here. But Brendan, what's up, bud?
Already a halt, guys, on JFIN. Just a heads up if you're watching that JFIN. They did report earnings overnight, Chinese-based company, so they report overnight. But already halted once here. Big flush to 5. We're right back to $6 on JFIN, guys.
How am I missing out on that one? It certainly was one that I was sort of hunting for a shot to the short side. Anytime you see this sort of consolidation lower and then a bit of a double lower high get put in, I'm watching JFIN rather heavily. I'll tell you that we did reload on Hertz. It just broke 335, so we took a shot. We had the big win to the short side. I'm not done with this at this point. I need to see it test back to 350. There's only so far you can dig into that 325 area. So I'm going to get out and hunt for a new trade on Hertz. You want to make sure that you're loading up on the better prices, on the better ranges, and clearly Hertz 350 is going to be that key pivot point all day long here. So we're going to see if we can't get a short if it manages to fail at that 350 mark. I also want to get you guys over to GNUS because that was on the move again this morning, turned up to about $5 here, 480 before hunting all the way back down. Nice level here at about 430 or so. If that breaks, quick little short, but if it bounces off 430, watch out for a 450 break to the long side and then retesting the high. So a couple of ways you can play this. Neither involve trading it between 30 and 50. I won't be doing that.
Okay, we'll take a little bit short here on Hertz. We'll just see what we'll give it a little bit of room here. And there it goes, it breaks through. So we get out of our Hertz. And there we go. So we are short that name. It's going to break through 350. We'll wait to see what that one wants to do on that side. Thought I had an order out there, but I don't know if that got filled or not. So we'll wait to see here. Hertz to the downside. Hopefully we are short now. That name, we're waiting for our CCL. Just got blown out off the top, so that's not a good one. We will wait to see now on Tesla. Tesla's the big position for us here, guys.
We're going to hit a jackpot. That 430 break, we just talked about it here on GNUS. Immediately breaks, we get 29. So decent execution in terms of our pricing on that break. We're able to take some out immediately in front of 4 even. Always got to make sure I do that. 410, a little bit out at 415 as well. So you catch those 10, 15 cent scalps. If 4 even breaks at any point on GNUS, I'm going to be looking to see if we're still net short at that point. That's going to be the goal. Top end here is that 450 mark. Can't let it go past that. I'm looking at a reload at some point, but it won't be at 430. I'll give it a little bit of room to like 435, 440, just so I can slide my stop to 450. And then we're looking ultimately for a 4 even test. And if 450 breaks, I still believe that you're taking a shot on a long break as well.
Okay, here goes Hertz, finally to the downside. We finally have a winner here. Our Tesla gets blown out there. We averaged in, and then we got stopped out there on the top side. We can't fight these futures, guys. CCL, the same exact thing happened to us. We go short up here. We win off our initial short, get blown out off the second one, so that's what's going to happen. Hertz, though, we're taking some money on this name as it's coming downside again. So we took a 339 short, 338, sorry, short, and now we're capturing some 10 quick pennies here on this one. So we'll just wait to see if there is that downside move coming still, Neil. We'd like to see that down to $3 now. So let's wait to see if Hertz can do that one. Our Adobe is stuck up here. We took the high of the day. It does go $2 in the money. Should have been a nice little average in spot down here near 400, but we'll just see, man. If these futures want to keep going, I think we can get some Adobe out here. I don't know if it's going to take out the day's high. We'll sit up here somewhere and get out of a few shares if we can. But right now, basically, it's Hertz and Tesla for me right now. But we are out of Tesla, just watching, and I think there's going to be some more opportunities to get into that one.
Absolutely. Brendan, what do you got there, bud?
Bounce back for energy names today, guys. Here's a little one if you like the smaller price ones. Oasis Petroleum, 32% to the upside. Just had a volume alert there as we came back through basically the open price here, 129. Huge volume spike for OAS, guys.
So I'd put the position board on, but the only thing I have on right now is short GNUS at 428. Didn't get the reload at 435, 440. Never quite got to my price to be able to get me more short. But I'm now looking at Dave & Buster's here. Look, it fell $1 off of the open, bounced right here off of just in front of 16 even, and then retested the top. Failed break through 1720, which was that pre-market high, and then snapped back down here. So secondary break of 25 would be a good shot, but you get a failed breakout, and it has me looking for an opportunity to short it in front of 17, but file that away. If it actually successfully gets through a second time, a lot of times that's even better when it fakes a lot of people out and sort of shakes of those long trades out of there when you're up 14%. So watch 17.25 to the upside. I'll probably take a shot here shorting it at some point if you get consolidation around 17 as well. So Dave and Buster's is still on the radar. I want to get you guys over to Nikola very, very briefly here.
Nikola.
It's right in the middle of this. It's right back in the middle of the 65, sort of 66 range. It took out 64. I should have had a stop order there. I did not. I actually get lucky not having it here because if you didn't take a dollar winner, you get ripped off here, and then you're basically out on a 66 area break. So thankfully, I didn't have a stop order. I don't love those on the stock like this right at the open, but it's now put in a range that we can work with, guys. Still looking at a 69 break to the upside for a long, but it now is a 63 firm bottom that you can say if it takes that out, we're going short on Nikola.
Okay, we're now short again on Tesla here, 984. I'm just going to use this 988 as a top. I really think the futures come off here for the rest of the day. So let's just wait to see if we can be right on something there for that. Our big trade here, though, now, guys, is this name right now, Hertz. A nice little trade at 340. We're going to wait to see if we can get some downside action on that one. Right now, Adobe comes all the way back. We get out at 408. So that's a flush down the toilet. But thank God we didn't lose everything there as it comes close to breaking through 400. What's up, Brandon?
Another earnings name, guys. FCell, name we've traded many times on the show here, reporting pre-market this morning. Nice gap up here to $3. Got a flush to $3, ended up holding. So let's see if we can get above 325, 330 for FCell, guys.
I remember you, FCell. I do see a few people on the chat, or at least one person was talking about our good friend Luckin Coffee, and it came to mind for me because I just took a sip of my somehow now cold coffee already.
It's
we just broke
right?
through $4 here, and I'm a little frustrated about Luckin because I did miss several opportunities to short this one. At this point, I'm looking firmly right here, and I'll move this out of the way so you can see. A couple of sessions ago, there was a hard top at 425. I will be looking to that level to see if we can't get a fail through that price. It was going to be a breakdown for me at 365, just based on the chop that you had there in the morning yesterday, and then pre-market low as well at that price. I'm probably throwing that out the window and looking for consolidation higher to be able to jump into the short. I did get Party City. I mentioned that we were going to try to go short on Party City if it broke that 190. It broke 190 and did nothing. So I'm short at $1.89 here, still in this nice little consolidation range. Maybe you can throw a stop to 195 or 2 even, but after what I saw at the open, it's gonna be hard for me not to just sit in this short and then look to see if we can't fill this gap into the downside. That could give you easily 10-15% of a return without much of a move. Brendan, what do you got, buddy?
Lulu, guys, about to go positive here on the day. We were down obviously significantly, but held 300 on that pull in at the open. We're right back to 308 here, about to break 308, guys, for Lulu.
Okay. 1967. Yeah, we're going to look at Lululemon. Unfortunately, I guess we didn't short the right one, or we went wrong the wrong one there. Okay, here comes CCL. We're going to go short again if it breaks through 70. We'll take some 69s or so out of the upside here. We already are short 81s, so we'll see if we can get some of that. Okay, right now, guys, Tesla back going. We do short. We're short Tesla right now. A nice little trade here, short 985. We'll see how low this can go. The futures fall down. I'm telling you, I do like Tesla back here at 980-ish. So we'll put a bid there, see if we can get some down there at 980, but a big win happening right here. 22-cent win right now. We just took some off, so hit that. Hello, we hit the home runs here on Hertz. That one's going to the downside. CCL breaks. We do not get the shares short because it's what do you call it? SSR today. Yeah, good that I know what that means. SSR. Now we're short here, some of our CCL. So let's see what happens here. We just got some shares short. We're going to put a bid in here on Tesla just in case this market does want to fall.
Yeah, I'm now watching Boeing here. Boeing still up 10%, but heavy return back to the downside. 192 was the level I was sort of spotting. I wanted it to go up into that range, and then we could short it. But right now, it's actually trying to bounce off VWAP here. It sort of had a dip buy at 183. Another one here coming at 186.70, 50, 187 area. So I'm going to get involved in Boeing. If we can bounce and hold a little bit higher, maybe retake 188, I think that gives you an opportunity for a little bit of a trade. Quick little long, maybe scalp trade, $1 or $2. But otherwise, I'm now looking to see if we can't short through this little pivot at 186. The futures are coming back in, as you mentioned there, Sean. So I want to take a couple of shots here for some short ideas. Even though it's not the ideal price that I wanted earlier, we got to short what we can here with the price action.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We are back from the dead right now, guys. Big trades happening. Let's put on our board right now just to show you guys what we do have. Adobe, we're super light. That's fading out right here. I got to go attach this CCL trade, but here we go. Short 90 19.53 right now. CCL, we just take some more short. Hertz is a big one. That's 21 cents. And here goes Tesla right now. So these are the four positions I have on. 3 short, 1 long. Let's see if we can't get this day going. What up, Robert Brown? Happy Friday.
Hey, there he is.
Let's go. You're right. Let's get elevated for Mr. Brown. He's in the building right now. Let's go CCL to the short side.
Yeah, and so far it is a party on Party City to the downside. We waited patiently for this 189 trade. Like I said, I think we have a good shot to get down to this 165-ish range and catch maybe a 25-cent win. But we're going to take off these little scalps in here, 8 cents, 10 cents, 15, all the way down into that range of a 25-cent win on a $1.90 stock, which we do love. The other short we have, GNUS, not moving too much, but I want to get us back a little bit to RCL. Boom. Big time movement back to the downside here. Now we're below that 650 again. Yeah, that was the price we liked before. We hold below. I'm shorting this puppy again. Brendan, what do you got?
No little one from the pre-market, guys. Can't get them all, unfortunately. ZKIN, 29% still. 250 up here, held big time level for this thing on the daily chart. Any kind of move into $2 here, any kind of retracement, $2, $2.10. Look at re-entering on the short side, guys.
Yeah, we're taking out some profits, and look at this one, and we go bang on Tesla. So we electrify this right here. Short, 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 short here. Bang, bang, bang. Getting some out here at 982. Let's see a 980 break and go downside. What up, Enrique? He's back in the building here.
There he is.
Today, there it is again. Thank you for the coffee there. Okay, come on, Tesla. Sorry, Enrique, but we got some business to take care of here. Tesla to the downside, guys. This is a $5 winner. We're short 985 right now. Downside on Tesla. Big time win on that name. Hertz, big time win on this name as well. And CCL, we're back from the dead on this name. So everything happening. I told you the market was probably going to fall down here, and we are. Bang! Tesla breaks through 980 there, and now we head to the downside. Maybe getting some out at 982, not a good idea. We still have 2/3 of this trade on, though. Let's see if we can't keep rocking and rolling. What a great recovery today for us all, guys. It's explosion money on a Friday. We're going to cover some Tesla, though.
Yeah, I'm going to knock on wood here and make sure the next trade hopefully is profitable as all the other ones we've had before. But I'm watching again Hertz at 3 even mark, guys. It hasn't been able to hold below that price. Boeing has bounced a couple of times off that 186. So remember, I'm triggering if we break 186 to the downside, see if we can't slide any further in Boeing. Bad news in the afternoon before. Big sell there at 190, 150. We thought it would occur at 192. There goes Boeing right now. I don't know. Oh, I did not cross far enough, I think.
How far did it go?
Yeah, so you know what? I didn't cross nearly far enough. I just chased it down there, pay an extra 20, 30 cents, and take it at 50s. I feel like it's not going to matter too much. If you're going to risk a couple of dollars on Boeing, I'm not going to quibble about 20 or 30 cents on this trade here, guys. I do believe we have a shot to get to this first mark of 183.50. That'd be a first leg out. And then from there, you're looking at 182, which we did talk about pre-market. Always make sure you're tuning in at 9 o'clock. We go through all these stocks and all of these levels so that you guys are prepared just like we are. Brendan, what do you got for us, buddy?
When we were talking about yesterday, guys, CLDX, huge move up yesterday for this thing. $5 up to $10 yesterday. We're coming back to earth a little bit. Got through 9 off the open there. We're down to $8 now for CLDX.
CLDX, why not? One other mover for you guys here I want to get back to, and that's just American Airlines. I was hunting in a couple of names here. We already took a short in Boeing, so I'm not going to double up necessarily in a similar space, but it is giving you some consolidation at what was a good pre-market level, 1650. All the way to the 1680 mark. So if it holds here long enough, watch for a breakout in either direction. Bracket order if that's what you happen to like there. American Airlines looking like it's gearing up to make a move, guys.
AAL, which way, Neil? Because short?
No, I'm saying bracket.
Oh, bracket. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, a bracket order means you take the range and then you have a stop order to go short on the bottom end break, a stop order to go long on a top end break. So I know not everyone understands some of that terminology. We try to clear it up for you as much as we can.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm short CCL, so I was like wondering, okay, if we had the same opinion on what might happen here to this space. So, okay, right now, okay, here goes Tesla again, guys. We need this thing to flush down. It gets downgraded today. Not that that really matters, but it's just we're bouncing off that 1,000 level. So right now we are short, and we're short a decent amount here at 985.55. So I don't know. I may get some out here if we break through back through 982, but I'd hate to give it up like that. But I don't want to fight these futures again. I would love for them to just keep coming down. If we revisit this, though, this is going to get blown out to the top. You know what? Let's just live with what happens on Tesla today. We're going to wait for 988 on the top. I'm not going to get out of this short until that does happen. Otherwise, we'll see if we can get some 976s or something down here. That looks like a nice little spot here, 970. Let's put an order at 977.50 and see if we get lucky, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I'm very prepared. I'm going to answer your question here. Fred Q, it's not really a question. You're just saying, yeah, we didn't dip down as far in the airlines as the market did there. That's a fair assessment. I mentioned this in the morning when we talked about Boeing, and yes, I did like 192 to fail better, and I did not get that short, but this consolidation, not going to live with myself if I don't take a shot here based on what I thought was going to happen this morning in the market. So, this is a good area from a risk to reward standpoint. But the cost of doing business when you're trading is if you're wrong, you lose, and it is what it is. I'm short these names here. I'm not going to double up in American. I think that's a good trade on a bracket because I'm actually going to add to the Boeing position here. Just looks like it's going to be a good spot for us here. It held this little mark here at 187.50 like we talked about. My price here, 186 even-ish, 185.92, whatever it might be. First leg out would be in front of 184, then 183. We'll see what can happen here. I'm dug in. We'll risk a couple of dollars, maybe 250 tops here on this Boeing short.
Yep, good call there. I love the Boeing short at 982. Like that's sort of your target area there as we go. So big day today, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you for joining us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. As usual, we're on a big day here again. And look at this, $10 in the money. This is, sorry, not $10. It's an $8 winner. So wake up here. Here we go. Now it's $10. Let's go to the downside. Where's my bid here? Oh, 974 here on Tesla. Let's see. This is a $9 winner right now. Tesla coming down. We talked about the market possibly cracking here. So 975 might be a pivot. Maybe we'll put an order there. We are hoping that does break and we get out down here. So this is a $10 winner right now on board for you on Tesla. We're bidding 974.60. Let's see if we can get that. It's $1 away right now. Maybe we're getting a little too greedy on this play. Futures all the way downside. Let's see if we can't take some off. If we do get this 975 break, I may change my bid and just put it right here. Take some of this momentum, guys.
Absolutely. And wow, there it is. Joanna, thank you so much for the refill. Of course, this will be the last time, unfortunately, for us, but we'll cheers it up. And you know what, guys? If you want to get this merchandise, you got these nice little Trader TV mugs. Anybody can have one of these. Just go on our page and look in the shop, and you'll be able to pick up a Trader TV Live mug. And maybe one day we'll raffle off one that Valeria has signed or something along those lines. There you go.
We just did a little elbow bump there, me and Joanna. You want to give a wave? You're sort of on camera there. Oh, there she is. She's gone. Thank you, Joanna, for the last time for the refill. Valeria, hitting us up with the coffees now, but Joanna started that trend, so thank you so much. Probably the best coffee we'll have all day. Cheers for that. Thank you, Joanna.
Agreed.
Good luck, be safe, and I hope your family does well back home there. So always when you make the decision for family, that's always the right one. So congratulations to Joanna and her family for that one, and thank you for all the hard work making us truly what we are today. Without, like Neil said, without the production team and all the back end, we wouldn't be here. What up, Bren?
One from yesterday, guys, here. Immuneron, IMRN, 80% now. It's been halted already a couple of times. Not seeing too much in the way of news on this. There was news earlier in the week, but IMRN off to the races again, guys.
Of course it is. Another big mover, of course, has been JFIN. Tried to get the short side trade. I mean, it's halted a couple of times here. Watch for a 5 even break now on JFIN. It's going to be tricky. This one, I believe, is still SSR, so it should be short sell restricted. But we'll give it a shot through 5 even on JFIN if we can get that short there, guys. I want to get you guys back to a couple of movers here that I am still in position on. One of them, of course, is Genius Brands. I'm not taking anything else out. Still short 428. If it breaks 4, that's when we'll take some profits. I'm looking to see if it can't flush even further than this. I love that retracement play here. Genius working. Party City as well, still short. That's at 180. We have a 189 on that one.
Yeah, and the futures play here. I was just pointing out to some of our viewers here. I'm going to tweet this out here on our Tesla, and it's just a play on the weak market, really. We take that downside. Now we're an $11 winner here on Tesla to the downside. So good trade happening there. We're really happy. We did cash that out there at 976. We put a bid and got hit instantly. So now we'll wait. We have, again, a third of our position. 1, 2, 3, out, and now we'll wait to see.
You guys changed the flush as well?
Oh,
you got to be kidding me. So I went to flush myself down the toilet because it was put up or shut up time in Boeing and it got me out. And these guys changed the flush as well. So it is what it is. Apparently, I have no idea what any of my keys are going to be. So you might actually see that belly dance about 1,000,000 times today because I got no clue what's going to come up when I hit one of these keys. So there went Boeing through the top side. And I feel like this is going to be similar to Nikola. I've had this happen to me before, where we make a top wick on a structured short trade, and then it ends up being the greatest short of all time. But I need to see if it actually manages to hold this level at about 188, 188.20 or so, how far it got there in that little wick. If it does do that, we'll probably give it another shot to the short side, because I don't want to be stuck here making top wick on what was a great short. Happened to me on Nikola a couple of days ago. Don't want it to happen again.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm still waiting for Nikola too. And look at Tesla. Bang! $12 winner right now on this name, guys. We hit the air horn and we say, wake up, everybody. Tesla to the downside. We just tweet out why. They get the downgrade today. We are bearish on the market, even though we're up 2%. I just think this retraces back down the rest of the day. I'm not even going to take this off. Let's wait to see how this wants to react here. That is Tesla to the bottom side. I still think this market can fall down. Let's believe in ourselves and believe in this position a little bit here and hold on to some TSLA to the downside. We still have this position, guys. Big trade happening. Big trade alert on that one. Hertz as well, Neil. We only have one trade on this name, and it's a short here at that 340 mark. We took 1,000 shares. We got some out here for 20 pennies. Right now we're sitting in a 25 penny winner. So let's wait to see if that one does come through right now on Hertz, the name that I think everybody loves. And let's just wait to see here what happens.
Loves the trade. I don't know if they love it in terms of.
I mean, it depends if you're long or short, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. If you're short, you're happy about it. If you're short Party City, you should be happy as well. Of course, we talked about this 190 break. You look at these consolidation points as entry points, as an opportunity to work into a position. Like I said, I'm still holding for 165, so still have 60% of the position on right now, and I'm looking to get the rest out in front of a $165. That's been the target all along. So as much as we're staring a decent win in the face, when 75 goes, maybe it takes them out there at 70, and then you're looking at a 165 area as well, guys. So I like Party City to the short side. We got that. Plus our GNUS Genius brands, that's in the money short side as well.
Yeah, we got this. Come on, Tesla. Let's go. Do we get bottom again? 969. This is a $13 winner right now. So yes, we turned bearish on Tesla. Let's keep going downside. $13+ on this name. Let's just wait to see what. $14.50 now. Winner here on Tesla. Keep pumping down, man. I don't know. I don't really have a downside target on this. We haven't been at this level in a bit. So let's just wait to see. We'll do some more research on this name and figure out where we need to be for this as we go. But right now, it's the time for the big man at the big screen. Take it away, Brendan.
Hey guys, 10 o'clock. Let's have a look at North American markets. Very positive, basically the opposite of what we were looking at this time yesterday. S&P now 2.5% to the upside. The Dow leading here, almost 3% into positive territory. We have the NASDAQ here back to the upside today as well, 2.5% in positive territory. Look at the Russell. We were down 4+% yesterday at this time. Complete reversal here, positive 4+% today. Here in Toronto, the TSX 2% to the upside. BOVESPA still red down there in Brazil. It's energy names that are leading things to the upside for the TSX here in Toronto. Let's have a look at a couple here. This is Shawcor. This is a pipeline company. SCL 31%. Nice looking chart here. $3 held as support there off the open. We're up to $3.50. Big time relative volume behind this move to the upside for SCL. Let's go over to Air Canada. This one's been pretty strong all week long, doing volume all week long. Another gap to the upside here today to $19. 8% for AC on top of gains from earlier in the week as well. Here's Suncor, another energy name, gapping higher, 25, holding as support right now, heading back towards day highs for Suncor. Guys, energy and some of the banks as well on both sides of the border definitely providing strength today. Back over to you guys.
Okay, I just want to give you guys an update here. Tesla, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it's because we've already captured a lot of money on this name. I have an $8 trailing stop right now on Tesla. So we're going to try to give it back all the way to VWAP. If it keeps coming back down, then we'll let it go and we'll give it an $8 trailing stop. So what that means is if it comes $8 higher than where it is now, we will get out. We are short at $9.86. It's a $15 winner right now. You can buy some flossing merch or not. Oh, that's Donald Trump. That's the wrong one. I don't know why that came up. Hopefully he rips up some contracts today. I don't know. We'll wait to see. But there's the floss right now on the Tesla victory. So yeah, baby, we're back and we're crushing it right now. So thank you guys for joining the show. If it's your first time, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We have an interview later on today coming through, and that should be a fun one on our Market Wisdom page. Definitely check that out for some education. And here comes Tesla right to the backside. So we will probably get stopped out soon on this one. But again, it was just fun. We did have some nice trades there. 3,080 here on the S&P. Just looks like it stopped there and bounced back. That was a little bit of garbage. You need to get above this 82, 83, I would say. I mean, can we take out the high of the day here? 30,000, 3,087. That is possible as well. Hertz moving. That's it. CCL. We don't have much on right now. We're going to look to put something on.
Yeah, just looked at that EMAN. Going to be one of those little short in front of a key level, and then a break to the long side. Is 150 is going to be the top. I was just checking on CTIB as well. I think that's going to be a play, although we have to see if we can get some locates on that name. If my charts will load up here. 150 pre-market high. If it breaks through that, check that. It's actually 151 technically, so maybe give it a couple of extra cents if that's what you're comfortable with. I'm looking for a nice chance to roll back down to about $1.25 if we fail through 150. So a nice little structured trade here, 142, risk about 10 cents to make 15, 20 or so. But I think it's a solid reverse long. If that top gets taken out, there are going to be some shorts that are feeling that pain there and want to get out rather heavily. I'll take a shot at one of those quick little in and out scalp trades on a 151 break.
Just want to give you guys an update on this as well, as Tesla is making a march, but it's still fine, $11 in the money. Apple right here tries to take 348 out. I do love Apple. Obviously, you guys know that. We'll wait to see if it does do that. I like taking out breakouts right now. It's still kind of breakout time, but it's 10:03, so we can start to average into some of these trades as they come through. So let's wait to see on Apple. What is this bottom? 346, maybe a decent spot to try to pick up some longs. But I don't want to be long Apple and then short Hertz and short Tesla. That doesn't make overly a lot of sense. So we'll wait to see if 348 gets taken out. Then we'll go into that name. But right now, I'm going to bottom pick. I'm going to sit around 346 or so and see if we can't get some Apple long on a possible dump here, guys.
Yeah, and sort of speaking about dumps, F-Cell here trying to take one.
I don't know, was that good?
That was a horrible segue. Probably should. We'll never use that one again.
Dumps.
Look, we'll talk a little about a fuel cell here. 325 is going to be an interesting top on any kind of a pullback. But if it wants to dump through 290, you'll probably see me sell F-Cell through that price. Hertz is trying to test that $3 mark. It's not in that range where I'm going to get back in. Yes, we had a monster trade off of the open, but you don't have to force things here. If you got those shorts in that 340 range, I had it once, Sean had it as well. That's the price I'm looking for. If we can hold 25 at some point, maybe I'll take a shot there. Otherwise, still looking for it to hold below $3 to be able to really, really dig into a short. I'm going to quickly put the position board up so you can see what we have on right now. We have a short, Iman, whatever you want to call it over there in the Amex, and let's see if it actually goes up this time. 141.5 is my average price, 152 the top there. Short GNUS at 428 as well. Party City, still short 189, that's in the money for us. And I'm probably reloading on Party City in front of that $2 mark. It just hasn't even gone that far to that upside yet. So 3 shorts there that I'm working with, and still looking for the opportunity in Hertz. The fact that it's consolidating below 25 in VWAP, certainly a good thing for that short trade overall, though.
Yeah, we're hella short right now. We're short 25 cents in the money on Hertz right now. Not hella short. We got a hell of a great price. We've been out of a lot of our Hertz. Let's show you guys what we do have on right now. Before we go, guys, I'll turn around here, put on our CCL hat. CCL is the only trade that's out of the money right now. $15. Let's go. There goes Tesla. So that's catapulting ourselves, hopefully day low right now. $17 winner right now on Tesla as we go. Hertz is actually 25-cent winner, and CCL is a 16-cent loser, but we've already cashed on that one, so we're going to wait to see here as we come back down. Look at Tesla, guys. Yeah, let's take that off there, guys. Okay, look at Tesla. 967. Bang! That's a $20 winner right now on Tesla, and this one just keeps going down, 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 down. Look at these shorts up here, guys. How much better can we tell you about this stock? 980, 985, 987. These are the shorts. Boom! The largest winner right now happening. You guys are part of this. We've never had a $20 winner on Trader TV Live. Here it is right now. Tesla, $21 winner. Let's go. Let's floss it off. Let's hit the confetti. $21 on this name. Here we go, Tesla. Boom. Brendan, I think.
Guys, market's struggling a little bit to hold these levels at the moment. Some of the chip makers here looking a little bit relatively weak. We're moving through $50 back to the downside again for Micron. Still higher on the day, but coming back towards day lows here for MU. AMD also kind of looking like it might want to roll over a little bit, guys.
Speaking of a rollover, I can tell you it has not happened over in American Airlines. So it's trying to test the top here again, just like Boeing is. If either one of these can get through the high of the day before the futures do, I'm probably not going to be looking at that break. I don't know that I want to see that be a leader. Although occasionally Boeing has been the leader of the market, I'm still looking for an opportunity to short that one. And I still haven't moved my stop on American Airlines. If that one wants to break this little bottom that it put in, 1465, we're talking about for the bracket. I think that at some point, I think that will be a good level for us. It'll take a lot to get to that price level right now. But everyone talking, sorry, someone just mentioned GNUS. I'm still in this name here to the short side. It tested 4 even, like I said. I'm not taking anything else off until 4 even breaks. Still short at 428. It has not violated this top yet at 435. If that happens, fair enough, we'll get out of it. I'm looking for an opportunity even to reload in front. So maybe 28, 29, 30, something in that same price range we shorted the first time, with that same stop at 435. So until we're wrong, we're going to hang on to it. And speaking of that, EMAN is sort of the same story, guys. Took that top, 151. We talked about this one. We took a couple of shorts here. First on the breakdown, then we added to the position when it held 150, and now it's working back towards VWAP. I will take some profit out in that 10% win range in front of VWAP, but I'm still looking to see if it can't test the bottom, guys. 115, 105, all reasonable targets on EMAN. You know where your stop is. It's at the high of the day, so defined risk on that type of a trade, and the upside certainly is there on that little pullback, guys. So EMAN short side, still GNUS, not getting that one out yet.
Yeah, let's not get anything out anywhere yet. Look at Tesla. Guys, $21 was a record. What does $24 sound like right now? So reining the money here on Tesla, bring it down. It's a $24 winner right now. This has just been collapsing here. I guess there's really no news on this, Brendan. This is just a failed break, I guess, of 1,000 the other day. We went up to 1,025. We now come back down. We do have that trail on right here, guys. What a big day here. Okay, what up to Woody Lim here? This just pops in right now. Wow, I wish I had the balls to stay with you at Tesla. Look at this big trade here on Tesla. Nice little name there. 966. He gets out. Great trade from a 983 short. Bang that for you, Woody Lim. Good trade for you there. Hope you're making that cash with us as we are. What a day to be alive again. We talk about that every day is a great day. But 961. Here we go. $25 now in the money, Brendan. Are you short Tesla? No, we're not throwing to Brendan at the big screen.
I am not, unfortunately, short Tesla, but I did see that pretty impressive move to the downside. Yeah, here it is, right here, guys, to the downside today. Tesla on the downgrade from Morgan Stanley. We also have a couple of interesting moves on this side. We're talking about the airline Southwest. Big time positive territory, couple of upgrades. Take-Two Interactive as well. We didn't mention that one in the pre-market, but nice opportunity off the open for TTWO. We have Grubhub, obviously, the news yesterday with takeaway over in the UK, and Spirit Airlines as well to the downside. Let's go over to Love here. Southwest getting the upgrade 36, an interesting level for Southwest. Any kind of retest of 36 needs to hold as support, otherwise could come back a little bit throughout the day. Yeah, here we go. Tesla 1% now to the downside. 985 up here. 960 now down there. If I do math correctly, and I rarely do, $25, Sean, now $26 in the money?
Yeah, wrong math. $22 in the money, but that's okay. We'll keep going on for that, and going on and on and on and on is Tesla. So good little trade there. Thanks for bringing that up, Brendan. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. We will get out. We still have that $8 trail on. So I guess it was 26. So the worst we're going to get here is about 19. Hopefully that comes off when and if that retraces $8. We're getting very, very close to that right now. Like I said, the largest winner. You guys just experienced that right now on Trader TV Live. We do go long right now. Apple off that that little bottom pick of 146. Let's see if we get some out right now for a decent winner right here on Apple, guys.
Yeah, we just outlined that plan for you guys on EMAN. I hope somebody is following along. You got a 130 break. There was a monster buyer that just got broken up a few cents ago here. So once 130 goes, I'll start taking even more shares out here. 142 average price. I'm still looking for the teens as an ultimate target on my return there. But we need to throw it to Valeria, who we haven't seen since the open.
Thank you, Neil, and hey guys, today at 11 a.m. our next guest trader viewer will join us, and we're especially excited as it will be our first lady trader viewer. Ladies and gentlemen out there, we would love you to join. Please send your request at marketing@tradertv.live and trade and talk with us live together. And of course, subscribe to our channel and catch us live every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And guys, hit the thumbs up. I believe when I turn around, it's already 600 likes. So guys, please don't be shy and give us all of your likes. I'll see you later. Back to traders.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, guys. Apple right here. We talked about that. We get in and get out there as it breaks through VWAP. So just to give you guys an update there, the Apple trade basically was flat. We got in right away here. We let that blow to the upside. We get out at 346.60 there. Then we get out at 41. Then breaks VWAP. We flat on Apple. So that's trade still to come. Hopefully on the downside, there is some more Apple. Yeah, I'm just looking for some more names here, guys. So put some in the chat there. It's hard to see. If you guys did want to do like small super chats, it would stick to the top there and we'd be able to see some of these names that you guys are recommending. But right now we do have Tesla. That's still a big short up here, guys. This is what we have on 986.20. And Brendan, you mentioned $23. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. $23 in the money. We'll still keep running this to the downside. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Chill at Jim Cramer there today. We'll see if he wants to tweet me again on this one. Maybe I'll show him this trade and see what he says. But all the way to the downside here, nice little 24, 25, and now it's $24 winner on Tesla. What's up, Brendan?
China Natural Resources. Enough said. China, so $5 just broke here again on a huge volume spike. Yeah, we are approaching, guys, 500% on the day. They filed for an extension for filing their financials for this current quarter. So apparently that's positive news, but I think it has more to do with the name. 350 held as support. Yeah, there goes $6 now for CHNR, guys.
That's how it happens in some of these stocks lately. I'll go to another one from the same area in some ways here. Luckin Coffee, 390 did just break here. Going to have to see if we can get some locates. Wasn't able to short this one. I do believe we'll be willing to pay for this through that 390 break. I like 4 even now for a little bit of a top area on Luckin. It's a nice move to the downside, put in a lower high as well. So we'll look to see if we can pick this one up below VWAP to the downside. Looking to short on Luckin Coffee. For those of you that are still watching Hertz, I know we get a lot of questions about this stock. You know, it's a lot of sideways action here. We've seen this party before. You could at least try playing the range here if you wanted to in front of 3 even and 325, maybe scalps 10, 15 cents at a time. That's worthwhile, I think. If it pops to the upside, I'm looking to fade 350. If it breaks 3 even, I'll test that one to the short side as well. So not done with Hertz by a long shot. Short right now, EMAN still at 143. That's in the money, of course. GNUS, you can't get me out of that one until 435 breaks as well. But Hertz, I think it's going to be worth that little scalp in there if you can do it.
Okay, guys, yeah, Tesla now breaking down to the bottom of the day here. And the biggest trade continues. Now it's 26, Brendan, as Tesla now down to the lowest part it's been at all day long. So Tesla for the win here. I can't keep saying that enough. This is a monster winner, $27 now in the money on this name. So yeah, just wish we would have held hell a lot of these shares, but we took it out quickly. Now it seems like a $5 winner is nothing. And then there's a $10 winner. And here we go. It's chicken dinner winners. We had a nice chicken breast last night stuffed with halloumi. I think there's a bit of walnut in there. That was great. That motivated us here. We barbecue those up. And yeah, today, guys, it's been a nice little day for the barbecue. We'll hit that up when we get home as well. $30 now, so here we go. Big time moves to the downside. It just keeps on accelerating here as Hertz going downside. We got to find a spot to get into some CCL. This should be retracing, and it's not. So CCL 1950. Let's find a break spot on this one. I'm just going to let Tesla go, guys. $28 winner right here.
Absolutely, and Luckin's still going to the downside. See if we can't get those shares there. We'll get them to the short side at some point here, but I want to get you guys back over to JFIN, JFIN, of course. This one did break that 5 even mark, and you know, very similar to Luckin Coffee. We're still looking to get some locates on this one. if people that are looking for bottoms here and you want to only go long, if JFIN somehow, and I'm not saying it's going to because I actually don't necessarily think it'll hold 475, if we can consolidate at this price for like 20, 30 minutes or so, do some actual volume down here, maybe get a breakout through 525, 530, a little bit like that. But you really need to see some buy support step in, which I just haven't seen on JFIN. So for me, that's why I'm not hunting longs and bottoms in some of these names here, guys. Brendan, what do you got?
Just looking at Spirit Airlines here, guys, some of the airlines starting to kind of break to the downside with the overall market. We saw on the board there, I think it was Credit Suisse with the downgrade on this name today, but this thing's holding up very well. 1850 just held again as support here for SAFE. So still 16.5% for Spirit, guys.
All right, we'd love to get you guys to hit that like, hit that subscribe. If there's anything we can do more for you, holler at us because we're here for you for sure. The only positions we have on right now is Hertz for a 24-cent winner right here. We still are waiting. I mean, this is a big short here to start the day. And it's funny because, look, we'll be up. Our largest stock, actually, right now, Hertz and Tesla, right now battling for my #1 stock P&L-wise today. The reason why, because we took a decent amount of shares up here on this break, like we mentioned there a couple times. Take those shares. Now we'll wait to see where this wants to go, but we did load up here, protecting that 350 area, and that's paid dividends for us. Now we're going to go short if it breaks 305 again. We'll go short again. Hertz breaking through 305. I said that we would look at some CCL here, but I don't know. I'm not really getting a great feel for this unless we break down below 1940 here. So that's going to be sort of the spot. We need to get through a lot of this garbage here. We traded a lot today, shorts. As you can see, it's been a very profitable stock. We did get blown out through $220 at one point, but not, I don't know, false breakout or not, it stops there at a quarter. So we'll wait to see. I'm going to hold the rest of this short just to see what happens, but I'm going to go more once we can get sort of through here. I almost like this bottom here, 1940, 1944 or so. Let's maybe call it 1940 on a break of CCL, but it has to get there for us to be able to trade it. So we're going to wait for that. Here comes Hertz. We're going to wait for 305 on Hertz to break, and then we go short on that one. Wow, the banks today making some moves upside here, guys.
Yeah, now we're going to get those locates in Luck and Coffee. You're going to see me try and pick this one up in front of VWAP here. Have a few orders out. If you ever see these lines on my chart that are like gold or something along those lines, I can't even tell you what color that is. That's an actual order we have live to the market, trying to get in. At least on my chart, that's what that's going to be. If you're ever curious, we're still working with that EMAN, which is now starting to make a secondary break to the downside. So I did take some more shares out here at $1.27. If it falls any further, we talked about the teens being a stop. I still hold over half the position here, so I always want to make sure I work it out on the way down. So as much as the teens are a target, you want to make sure you're taking profit along the way. And there's that creepy cat. Hit the like and subscribe if you're enjoying what's going on here. I'd hit my buttons, but I have no idea what they might be. Although I do believe there is there's supposed to be a little something. Where's that cash cow one? There is supposed to be a cash cow.
Yeah.
Here. And if I can find it, Sean, if you can hit it, you should have hit it for Tesla. There's the cash cow. We haven't seen it yet, so I think it's fun.
Yeah, and here comes Tesla again, down to the bottom of the day here. So nice little run up here. I still have that $8 trail on there, but yeah, Tesla today, let's hit it again. Tesla today has been just this, a walking cash machine. We talked about that upside. Look, we're only down 1.5%, but Tesla right now, a $28 winner, short 986. So I know we keep talking about it, so let's talk about a place to maybe get out here. I don't mind a retracement back above 964, maybe as an out here as we look through our charts. 968 would be a good out, but that's already my $8 trail. So let's just keep the $8 trail on. Seems to have been good luck. We talked about CCL, or Hertz coming down to 305. We're going to get out of the rest of our shares at about 307, 308. We still are short Hertz right now. We can put our, let's just quickly, I know we're getting ready for Brendan. Let's just put up our board here. We know we've been talking about some of these. It's the same family here. If CCL does break below 1940, we'll get into that. Here we go. 986, that's that $27 winner. Hertz is 28 cents right now, and CCL is 17 cents the wrong way, but we are light on that. We're waiting to put on some real risk if that does break down. Any other names, guys, hit us up, and we'd love to chat about them. Maybe even some AAL. Apple has also fallen off right now too, guys. We're going to go throw to the big screen. I think it's a small cap recap with Brendan.
Yeah, here we go. Small cap time, guys. Let's have a look at some of the names we were talking about in the pre-market this morning. This was one of them, EMAN on the NYSE exchange. Still up more than 100% on the day. This thing is holding very strong. We mentioned just before the open, 135 up here. There was also 125. This is 125 from the pre-market, 125, 135. Some areas of resistance, if you were looking at this thing, gave you all kinds of opportunity to get short in front of 125, 135. Nice flush on the open. This is $1, so I just put a line down there at $1 just to show you any kind of move into $1 even worth taking some off. I mentioned 135. It's kind of the breaking point for this thing. So I'm not sitting here with orders looking to just blindly go short in front of 135. I want to see what it looks like going into that level, and the veracity of this move into 135 was pretty impressive. Buyers stepped up and took this thing all the way up to 145, 150 even before we get a bit of a pullback. So I just wanted to make that point. I'm not sitting there blindly getting short in front of that level. I want to see how it moves. We actually halted here on a volatility halt. So how is it moving into that significant level? If it's obvious that buyers are in control, I'm not going to stand in the way of that. CTIB, sadly, Neil was mentioning we didn't have borrows on this. Great opportunity here. This 9 level of support broke in the pre-market, got retested. $8 then broke on the open all the way down to 550. So huge range on this thing, kind of thinly traded. Tread lightly, but great opportunity on the short side if you were able to get some borrows on CTIB. I wanted to mention this, XSPA, same kind of chart here. 560 was support in the pre-market. That broke. Great opportunity all the way down to $5 even. We're kind of bouncing along $5 even for XSPA. Lots of opportunities again today, guys, in small cap world. Back over to you.
Yeah, Brendan, you mentioned one of the names that I'm actually in, that EMAN. I think that's the importance of having levels that you're working with because, for me, I didn't have that 125 area, so I missed that pre-market flush, but I was looking at the top at 150. So for me, that was the price I wanted to short in front. We still have some shares here at $1.46 to the short side. We're now down at 121, so it's about a 25-cent win. So it's a nice trade. We talked about getting some out. You got to take profit, and when you get that 10% return, if it bounces off VWAP, if it bounces off that halt price, you don't want to get caught not taking any profit on the way down. But I am still looking for those teens. A nice 30% win will be very good for us here, close to that 20% range on the last little bit of our shares here. And one thing we like to do here is let you guys know what's happening. A lot is moving fast, but coming up later on in the day, we have one of our live to air tapings at 1 o'clock. We do have the co-founder, of course, of Fireblock is going to be coming on. So if you want to stay tuned for that, jump into our Market Wisdom channel at 1 o'clock, and we'll all be there, of course, doing that live for you. So it should be a good one, as always. We try to keep you guys informed on what is happening in the markets, anything coming up new, maybe sectors that you're not involved in or don't know too much about there, guys. So this is another one here. If you guys can take this one off the board. I can't find my key to do it, guys. So we'll take this one off here, but make sure you tune in at 1 o'clock. Try to bring you all the goods. Your learning is never done as a trader. That's an important thing. There's always something you can learn, and I feel like at lunchtime, it's a good thing to be able to do here, guys. I'm going to quickly let you guys know I have 4 shorts on, and I am looking for longs. I just haven't found anything that I love at the moment. Maybe Adobe will be something at some point.
Yeah, Adobe, we've already lost on that one a little bit, but we go long now. Microsoft, so it's Softy's back in the building. This is one of my favorite stocks. We are long right now, 190.74 on Microsoft. We just took some out there on that spike up. Again, this is why. You never know what these futures are going to do. So we take a little bit out there at 90, and now we'll wait to see. We are long 190.74. So let's wait to see. We don't need these futures to fall, though, Softy. Maybe we just take some out here, 190.50. If it does break that back down to the downside there, that's not a great look for us if that does happen. But we do have some more orders to get out flat here at 190. And there it is, 190 right there, 90. We'll still go to the upside. Got some orders at 95 as well. We're just scalping this thing, man. This is a 20-cent winner right now. If you take decent shares, guys, you can get decent profit. So let's go. Bang, there it is. Nice little win again. We'll belly dance this one off. Let's see if Softy wants to just keep going up the rest of the day. Oh, recap on this one. We are out, and that's the $22 winner right there on Tesla. So we tweet that. We do get out there on that break back up. That's that $8 trail. So yeah, it was a $30 winner. That would have been nice to capture that, but we're really happy that we're able to hold it all the way back down. So we pat ourselves on the back a little bit there, and we take it through that price. So right now, 964, good little win there. Let's see if Microsoft can make this day even better with an explosion through through 191. Let's see if we get back to the high of the day. But again, watch these futures, guys. Not loving this action right here as it has a problem breaking through right here.
Absolutely. I do believe Brendan has something. Yeah, but
another one that we haven't heard from this one in a while, guys, but BIMI out this morning with financial results. So big move to the upside. We're right back down, though. Crazy volatility just in the past couple of minutes here on this thing, going from 310 down to 275. So BIMI back on the move, guys.
I didn't even realize this Hertz just broke here. So we got short again, a nice little position short again.
It broke 3?
Yeah, no, 306. I was telling people that I like the 305 break. We are short 306 right now. I'm wondering if it broke and then I got filled on the way back up. So we'll wait to see here. Three is breaking, Neil. If you have that order in, it's breaking right now. We are short 306 here. Decent win for us here. Let's go Hertz, as it's going to break $3 right now. And then who knows how much lower this thing will go. If it goes at all, it's having a problem. Here it goes, Neil.
Yeah, I just my order triggered there. I don't know why I didn't get in. I'm just going to jump in. Look, if it's going to come back in, I'm just going to jump into this one. I'll see what happened with my stop through 3 even. Either way, I see what happened. Yeah, I know exactly what happened there. Put it at the wrong price. I'll jump in here at 302. I'm able to pick up some shares anyways on the way back. So fair enough, Hertz. We'll miss the break, but we'll catch it in here in front of those teens, guys. So 302, I'm going to start a position. I was sort of hoping we'd get another test of 325, but hey, if it doesn't want to do that, fair enough. Now we're shorting it in front of that 315.
Well, that's the other thing, guys. Don't rest on your laurels here. Like, take the trades out if you do have them and you don't like them. Like Neil said there, it's kind of part of getting FOMO, right? If you miss the price, wait for a better price to get those shares. I mean, that's just basically all that it comes down to. You got to make sure that you're in the right names at the right times here. And if you are, then you will be rewarded for sure. Let's just hope this comes down. We are short 306 right now on Hertz. So big trade happening here again for me on this name. So let's just keep going. Here it comes right back down, 298 and etc. Let's see if we can't break through Hertz here. The low of the day right here was made early, and that was 295. So if we break that, then giddy up even more to the downside. Here we go. Your boy's got 11 cents, and it's a lot of shares. So let's keep going. Downside, downside, downside. Bye-bye, Hertz. Bye-bye. Boom. There it is. Your code word today is Joanna. So thank you, Joanna. Again today, that's your code word today. But let's keep going downside on Hertz, guys.
Yeah, and here comes luck and coffee. I didn't take anything out until we retested this bottom here at 370. So now that we're here, we talked about that short in front of 390. We had to get those locates, but it gave you plenty of time on this consolidation to pick up that short. Now we'll start taking it off in front of the low of the day. If it takes out this 370 mark, next stop about 360. It was a pre-market low here at 364. So if it takes out that low, I'll take some more shares out as well. I'll be shorting pops into that 385 to 390 range. Still staying net short in luck and coffee. And I did just pick up that short here on Hertz at 302. I'm going to look to add to the position in front of the teens. Next stop would be 280 for me. I'll definitely take some out in front of that.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing right now. Again, like I said, I have a decent amount of shares, so I'm going to wait and just take these out and just capture this profit. Look at this, a double sniper time here on whatever the stock is, Hertz here. Are they going to go bankrupt or not? We don't know. We're just going to be barbecuing this name up all day. 340 a short, a nice little in again at 306. So double hits, bang, bang. So we'll see if we can go for the cycle here and get it one more time if it does break below 280. We'll wait to see on that one. This is why you get out. We're going to be flat again, it looks like, on Softy. If it breaks down below here, we're going to get out of this name very, very soon. What up, Walter there? Thank you so much. We will look at AAL and Nikola for you in about 1 minute. As the futures, though, Tank City right now. Tank City, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nikola here is trying to take out this 63.50 bottom. I actually have a stop at 63. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, I have a stop at 63, but it seems reasonable to look at a short. If it breaks this 50 mark, just watch out. If it does immediately bounce off that 63, I'd probably take it off and look for a better place to go short. But I'm locked and loaded. If it takes out the bottom, I'm going short on Nikola. Brennan, what do you got, bud?
Yeah, as the market coming in, guys, some of the energy names continue to move higher. Resource company here, TWM on the NYSE ARC exchange. Feel like we've talked about a lot of those today. Down 4%, but just made day highs here above this pre-market high. Decent volume coming in to the upside. 1125, 1130 for TWM, guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly put the position board up because we haven't done it. It's that 10:30 mark, guys. So got a few things on, and they're all to the short side as usual. EMAN 146. We're in the money 17 pennies, over 10% on that one. GNUS still in the money 16 pennies on a 428 short. Hertz, we also have that one short. Got it at 98.5 is our average price right now. Luckin short here at 385. That's in the money. Party City, we're still in this one. It's now down at $1.75, and we're short at 189. Again, I just have not had a ton of reason to cover much of anything here. We're taking profits on the way down, but you're getting these decent trends to the downside in some of these names, and we're just sort of hanging on, working out of these here. So I want to make sure you guys know what we have on, all in the money for the time being at least. Should knock on some wood for that.
Yeah, here they come down, and here comes Hertz as well. Big trade, obviously. You guys know all about this name on Hertz. We just keep going downside on that. Yeah, we are alert. You want to talk about AAL? I'm in CCL. We gave you this break of 1940. It actually doesn't break, so I don't know. We get in there again. Sometimes these stop orders recently aren't working the greatest here, but I think it's just because there's a pretty violent moves happening. So we do get put into this position, and it's okay. We're at 1943, so I'm okay with that. VWAP back here at 65. If it goes up there, we'll lose, and it'll be a bad trade, but I'm willing to hold on to this one as I've been right 100% today on these futures coming back down. So I have to believe in this name. We did get out of our Tesla, which look where this is now, guys, 954. So we will fall in a hole a little bit on our out because we talked about the largest win in Trader TV Live history. It's this $22 win here. I think Neil had another huge one on Tesla as well. I think it was like 17, 18, 19.
It was in the teens. It wasn't 17.
Look what this is now, though.
Tesla is like that ridiculous gift that keeps on giving, guys. I mean, I'm sitting here and I just took off some Party City, and like literally the second I get out at $1.75, I'm like, why did I even take any more shares out? This is ridiculous. Look at this pullback in. This flushed to $1.55 right at the open before halting, and the market's wanting to sell back in here today. Hertz, the reload at 298, whether you got it at 315, 325, 340, all of those shorts have been good. 280 was the next stop, so I'm going to start taking some off of that, I guess, because you got to take profit, otherwise you don't actually realize the gains here. So I just got some out at 286 on that short through $3. All the shorts working out for you right now. And again, it's not that I don't want to go long anything. I just can't find anything I like at this point. So Party City at $1.70. I got to take the 10% return on some of this. Like I said, 155 the ultimate target.
Yeah, I mean, like you just hit the nail on the head there. We got to, at some point, take profits. And it's just, you know what? I mean, look, we talk about FOMO. We can review these trades on Tesla. I'm just glad that you guys hopefully had that, whether or not you're an options player or whatever you are, all the way back downside. I'll take a $22 win as much as I can, and as many days as we can as well. So, okay, CCL, Neil said all the shorts are working. I just got into this one, so not quite working yet. We'll take some off at 40 for 4 cents. There it is, and now we'll wait for the rest. So we take off a little bit of risk there. Make sure we put some profit in our pocket. Now let's wait for CCL to take out the bottom. AAL, I want to thank Walter for that super chat as well. We need more likes and more subscribers, guys, as we go. We need more. We want to. I think we probably broke through 40,000 by now, but if we haven't, we need more. I like AAL through 1650, but coming up, guys, right now. Sorry, I didn't give you guys any warning on that one. That's my fault again. But coming up right now, Michael Shaulov, co-founder and CEO right here of our Fireblocks. That's going to be coming up here. Digital assets, if you're into that, guys, hit that up. Digital assets coming through Fireblocks today. That's going to be after the show. Market Wisdom. Valeria will be dropping that link. Here goes CCL finally. So nice little move on this name. We got this none short, 1943. I don't really have a bottom in mind. Maybe where we got out down here would be a good one, 19.
Guys, watch out for Genius Brands. You're still short at 428, but 4 even. I promise you, this used to be a monster order on the bid. Just got chewed through there, so 4 even breaks on Genius. I'm going to look to see if I can short any kind of retracement, one of those little fake outs. If people that took it there 96, 97, if it pops back up to like 01, 02, 03, you'll see me slip into some more shares here. But Genius Brands, I still am sitting on the bid at 385 down here. See if we can't get that win. We're short here at 428, so that'd be a fantastic 40-cent win. Brennan, what do you got?
Market's still coming in a little bit here, guys. We're just looking for some relative weakness. Overall, the market is strong individually speaking, but Domino's here standing out. A little bit thinly traded today, but down 2.3%, 386, down to about 373 right now, consolidating at day lows for DPZ, guys.
Hey guys, here goes Hertz. We have Boeing short as well, 184.30. We'll see if we can't cash it on that one, but my attention now directly on Hertz as we go more short here, breaking through 280. Let's see how far this name wants to run right now. We've got this. This is a big trade. We've made a lot more money money on Hertz than we have on Tesla today. Let's see how far this one can go down.
Yeah, and just reloaded on GNUS as well. So talked about it possibly failing or faking out through that $4 mark. So it slips down to, I don't know, like 390 or so. I don't take anything extra out, but I'm loading back into this one in front of the team. So Genius Brand still short. I just took some Hertz out as well there, Sean, as it got down to like 275 or so. It's only been a couple of trades here, but you kind of have to. And I'll probably short some pops as well. But the more you take out for profit, if it comes back up, that's more room for you to get back in. If you've got that ability to be an active trader, go ahead and do that. If you want to just sit there and hold it because you only make 1 or 2 trades a day, the trend is fine. Your entry at 3 or 315 is still looking very, very good here.
Guys, how about that CCL trade, guys? I gave you the CCL trade when we were up here. I kept talking about me holding the short, wanting this to fall down. I gave you 1940. I gave it to you against myself. It went against myself 10 pennies. You guys had multiple minutes to grab this with me, and now we're cashing in. So there it is. We give a little wink there to anybody that has this CCL trade, because here we go, down to the downside now, breaking through. Bang, 1918, here we go, guys. It is a cash cow. CCL just keeps on paying us off. What up, Brendan?
Some of the chip makers, guys, we were talking about Micron a little bit earlier, still looking a little bit weak here. Look at AMD, $55 even holding as resistance now as the market continues to come in a bit, looking like it might want to break AMD at 55, guys.
Oy.
Yeah, and there was one shot for me on Luck and Coffee. It's one shot, one win. I could use an extra shot of coffee, but I've been trying to taper off here, so I'm going to resist the temptation. But we do get that short. It does hit that low of day at 370 since the open. Next stop, of course, was that 360 mark. So if we get that, that'll be fantastic for us. GNUS, another leg to the downside. It is what it is. These shorts are all working out for us nicely. We talked about reloading. We said it might fake out right here at $3. That's why we took more shares at 402, 401, check that, and now we're headed southbound again in Genius Brand. So I'm going to maintain the short. We started this one literally at 940, and we've been short ever since. It's now an hour later, and it's continuing to fall. No reason to get out yet.
And here we go, guys. You want more dollars, more winners? Boom, it's a belly dance time right here. Look at Boeing. We are short $1.50 now in the money. We take some out for 50 cents. We hold 2/3, and now we go crashing to the moon. That doesn't make any sense. We go here. It's falling down right now. Boeing, let's take some more out down here. This is where that bunch up spot is. This is $2 in the money. Boeing cracking. Look at the futures down, down, down. This is a $2.50 winner right now on Boeing, guys. Big trade happening right here. Let's see where the bottom is, 181.50. Let's put a bid here. If it cracks through 182, let's take advantage of that momentum. Right, $2.50 winner right now on Boeing, guys. Let's keep this going. Wow, what a time, what a time. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for watching us. Let's go, guys, money time.
I'm going to let this chart speak for itself. There is no party for anybody that is long in Party City right now. Nice consolidation at that 190, nice breakdown. We talked about it retesting that low off the open, that 160. Yeah, we're right here, guys. This one was sort of right there for you to have a quick look at. There was long consolidation and deep breakdowns, each step to the side, each step down. But if you miss the 180 here, at this point, you can pretty much forget about it. I wouldn't chase it this far. Either you're in it looking to take profit at the bottom, or maybe you're hoping that it can hold any kind of a level. Remember, Party City was up significantly overnight here, so there is a decent chance if it can hold the low, you get some consolidation, it'll be a long in the afternoon. But this short was sort of clear and clean in front of that 190 mark, guys. We got it on here. The last of these shares I will take out if it retraces through 170, sort of lock in minimum of that 20-cent profit. Of course, we've been calling that 155 bottom the entire time. It's a sea of blue on the screen up there. I guess that means everything is up. Still, despite the sell-off here, it's time for Sector Watch with Brendan.
Hey guys, yeah, welcome to Sector Watch. We're going to have a look at the S&P 500. Before we do that, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We do this every single day that the market is open. Hit like and hit subscribe, guys. Help us get to 40,000 before the weekend. Why not? Let's get to 40,000 subscribers. Yeah, here we go. S&P 500 now 1.5%. When last we spoke, we were over 2%. So yeah, the march downward continuing. I was having a look at this screen, trying to figure out where the weakness is coming from, and there's really not a lot of it. to explain. If you come over to the energy names here, oil higher, obviously. So this entire group to the upside. OKE here, 7.2% to the downside after a share offering. Really hasn't done a heck of a lot. Real estate stocks are actually quite weak on the day, relatively speaking. There's a couple here that are moving higher, but overall, those little mortgage REITs, especially coming back to the downside. Some weakness in the healthcare stocks, in the equipment makers. Pharmaceuticals definitely to the upside today. Let's flip over to this side. Tech shares are leading as far as gainers are concerned. A lot of these things gap to the upside, but looking like they might want to come back in. Just showed you that one. AMD 4% now to the upside, looking like that 55 area might be a little bit of a problem for it. There's QCOM as well, 2.6%. We talked about this one. Cisco still 4.6% in positive territory. So overall, tech shares are higher. PVH down here, that was an earnings miss, so 8% to the downside. And there's that Domino's, pretty thinly traded, but overall, consumer discretionary is very, very positive. Here's all the cruise lines here. We have some of the hotels popping up. Marriott there as well, 4.6%, but MGM and Wynn leading the way for the hotels so far. 1.6%, guys, for the overall S&P 500. Hit subscribe. Back to you.
Thank you, Brendan. Bit of a retracement happening right now on Hertz. I've just gotten some more shares short. Of course, it's heading back to that $3 mark. So back to $2.95. Took a bunch of shares out. You can see all these little green triangles. That's buys to cover short side trades there. Hertz, my top stock on the day today. RCL was great, but Hertz has been even better. So that 3 even mark, we're going to short again in front of it here. Nothing too scientific about that, to be honest with you. We're looking for a short to pop. It rolls over at 95. Now we're looking to see if we can retest that bottom. I will take some out if we get a 280 or so. 275 is that low. I want to make sure every time a bottom breaks on Hertz, I'm already short. That's going to be the plan of action. I'll take profits all the way down, but I want to make sure I'm exposed to the short side trade every time it takes out a bottom, because it might be tricky to hit that low or hit that breakout trade or break down. So Hertz, reload 95s, take some out in front of 80s if you can.
Yeah, we're reloading in that one as well. I do like that one. Look at CCL, guys. Bang, 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 bang. And then look at these outs all the way down here. You got to get out before 19 evens, guys, if you can learn anything from us, and that's that. Play key levels. I can't say that enough as we go. And for Hertz, we've been lucky enough to get breaks, but now we are doing what Neil's mentioning there, averaging in, and you can see my positions here on Hertz. We just took another average. Same way, man. We were just short here and just crushed it all the way down. We did take another try down here. When the market moves like this is not like a huge position for me share size wise, because we've already had this. This is the biggest share size. Put this up here. This is the biggest share size I've had on Hertz all day. And then we hit this again when I gave you guys the 305 short before that one dropping again, I guess 10% right away. So now we go short again. We're going to wait for this same kind of breakout here. $3. Neil's already hit that one on the head. Boeing as well. Big time trade here on Boeing. This was we tried to break it through VWAP, doesn't work. We get out there for a 50-cent loss, and then now look at this. Bang, take that 50 cents rate back, then take $2, and now we'll wait to see what Boeing does. More on the downside. Let's check out Tesla. Oh, making me sick. This one would have been a $35 winner. But hey, you can't talk about our old trades. Let's talk about new ones and throw it over to Brendan. Now, what you got for us, bud?
We're looking at this one a little bit earlier, guys. Immuneron here. It's been halted a few times to the upside, still 120%. Just recently took the highs out here, just getting volume alerts all over the place on this stock today. So volume still coming into this thing as it just breaks $15 now. IMRN, guys.
Brendan, so got the locates on JFIN. I'm looking for this one, 460 break to the downside still, but I did say if we consolidate long enough at that 460 mark, sort of could be an opportunity for a secondary break to the upside. I think you can't get too far away from that type of an idea, because you've seen these things, even when they sell off. You might get those later pops in the day where the shorts get a little too cocky, I guess is what I want to use here, and then get blown up in the afternoon. So I'm still looking to see if it can hold that 460 bottom. If it's good enough for me for a breakdown short, that means it could be a nice little long break, maybe off 5 or 520. I prefer those above VWAP if it can. So it's either breaking VWAP for me, or we take a shot right in front of that 460, only risking 10 or 15 cents. I've seen multiple people ask for Arun on this chat. We don't talk about the futures very often unless it's in the context of the shorts that we're crushing on as the market falls. But we got Arun, our futures trader here. He's live to give you guys the levels, what he's watching today. Wild day in the markets. Arun, you with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm just going to start off real quick here. Today is one of those days which is very interesting to me because the contracts rolled over last night. And when I start to trade the first day after the contract rollover, I worry about volume because I make my decisions and my levels and I make all my trades based on what I see on the buying and selling. Today's a problem because volume gets split between the two contracts. You have the June contract, which is outbound. You have the September contract coming in. And I got to figure out, as a trader, for me, I got to figure out which contract I want to trade. And then I got to analyze the volume on that one. Problem is, it's split between two different contracts today, right? So today, this morning, I came in, I saw volume on the June contract still, which is now the back month contract. And September is the front end. So I was still willing to trade the June contract. I jumped into a long at, 30.60 half, around 8.26 this morning. I got out between 79s, 85s. I got some 67s out, and I'm done. And I'm walking away from that trade. When I took that trade, I was willing to put up 45 as my stop, and I am walking away from the trade. And I am not trading for the rest of the day on this contract because of what I noticed when I got in. There was a large difference in volume between the two contracts. That's why I was willing to step into the June contract. But as we progressed throughout the day, the volume started to, it's closing the gap more and more, which means there's a volume rotation happening from the June into the September as the days going on, which for me, as I'm analyzing and buying and selling, that becomes a problem. And that's a no-go for me. So I am out. In terms of levels, I'm not going to give you guys any. I don't feel confident with anything that I'm seeing anymore for me to analyze volume, buying, selling, whatever. I'm not going to give you guys anything if I'm not going to trade with it. The only thing I could suggest is maybe the low of yesterday. That's going to be in play, but that's it. I'm not willing to trade anything, so I'm not going to give you guys anything because if I'm not willing to put my money where my mouth is, I'm not going to give it. So that's all I've got for you guys. Unfortunately, this update was more of an education lesson and less of a level description thing. So hopefully you guys take that, learn from it, and hopefully that helps you guys in your trading.
Thanks a lot there. Look, honestly, we always say this on this channel. Your education is never done. There's always something you can learn about there. And I know people will trade instruments without a full understanding of what it might be. And you just said something with the contract size there that's important for all of you that are trading on the ES or the NQ, whichever futures you're trading on. Make sure you are in the contract that's usually doing more volume, but you want to make sure it's the one leading the market there. And Arun talking a little bit about that. You know, Kevin also is in there talking about plays as well as we do, where he's putting his money to work. Also, he'll discuss the futures as well, guys. So, one of the things that you can always do is go back and say to yourself, did I execute well in these trades? I'm going to update you guys. I am now all out of EMAN. I talked about hang on to the shorts until they're wrong, but I had a target in the teens on this one. It got down to 117. I was short an average price of 142. You're probably not going to ever see me get upset winning 25 pennies on a socket that's this cheap. All that said, it really does feel like this one could have gone further. At this point, it's hard for me to short the bottom because there is that sort of an opening range low just sitting you in the face at 7 cents lower. But if it tries to pop back up to 130, that was the level that Brennan liked. I'll be all over that if I can get it. And speaking of Brennan, let's go to him right now.
CTIB, we mentioned this one during that segment as well, guys. We were talking about this $6 area that was support, finally broke here. Now looking like it might want to test new lows again here through 5. 5 might be going. We, unfortunately, again, don't have locates, but what an opportunity this was. I mean, you could have had 9 up here on a retest. You could have had 8 on a couple of retests. We're now breaking $5 to the downside on CTIB. Guys.
Yeah, I see someone asking about that SQBG. I'm going to have to add that back to my quote board, and that should probably tell you what I feel about it. Do I think it's going to be a buy? I'd have to see something very exceptional when I pull this one up to want to be long this. This is the short that we crushed a couple of sessions ago. It's doing only 1.4 million shares of volume in a 2-cent range. Yeah, no. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. It's not about sitting around and hoping on those. Penny stocks and low cap stocks need a catalyst. They need to be moving. You need to see some movement happen in them. There needs to be upside in the trade. I don't necessarily see that there. You're sort of picking at straws there if you want to go long that one. The action was a couple of sessions ago, to be honest with you.
What are we worried about? Ford here? I see some talk about Ford. Okay, we still are short Boeing. We're not out of that one yet. We'll wait to see here as the future's coming downside. CCL, I see some talk about that. We're out of CCL, guys. This was at 1930 there. We still have shares, but it's very, very light. Boeing, okay. Boeing to the downside here. If the future's cracked, and obviously we like Boeing short, I still think it can break through 179. The 179 area was what we talked about yesterday. If I can zoom in, that was that bottom where we broke when that news came out. So let's hold our Boeings short for this 179. We are short at 184. So let's see if we can't pull $5 out of this one after taking that big trade on Tesla earlier on. We do have Hertz problems. That's upside still. We didn't get any out when it dropped all the way down to 85. We should have put some bids there off this reload short at 94 or whatever it was. So we're going to wait to see right now what Hertz wants to do on the downside now. On the upside as it's retracing back. I don't know if we get back to VWAP. That's 325. I can't, with the shares I have, I can't hold all the way up there. I'm going to give it to basically maybe a 3 break or maybe 304, 305, something like that. We'll wait to see. But here goes Boeing back down another $1.50 here. So yeah, good hold on Boeing. It held at 184.50. Now we come back to the downside. It's a $2 winner. Let's see what Boeing wants to do downside. We are ready though at the big screen with Brendan. Give it Money Talks.
Hey guys, yeah, we'll have a quick look at the currency world here today. I want to start with the pound over there. You can see the chart coming back to the downside, 0.3% here for the pound, 125.5. We got all the way up to almost 130 earlier in the week, but all the way back to 125.5 here for the pound. We had some surprisingly positive economic data out in the UK this morning, but still you're seeing that negative look so far. The euro also following suit, down 0.3%, 112.5 for the euro. Canadian dollar back to the upside. Today we're seeing a little bit of an uptick in oil prices, obviously helping our Canadian dollar, 73.5. Japanese yen, Swiss franc, both higher. A little bit of heightened volatility yesterday in the market. That typically triggers positive moves for these two. Australia and New Zealand lower on the day, but only slightly. They were actually higher overnight, but now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback with US dollar strength coming in. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum to the upside today, 1% each. 94 and change for Bitcoin. It was above 95 earlier in the week. But overall, yeah, interesting move for the pound today to the downside, even with some positive data out this morning. Let's go back over to Sean.
$3 winner right now. Thanks, Brendan. Good little review there. $3 winner on Boeing. Let's go. We gave you that 179. Let's see, 179. Let's see if we can get there. We're short 184.30. Once again, guys, another $4 here as we go. It's a $4 win right now on Boeing. And the best part about this day is I called this move down for you guys. I know Arun came on the futures. I missed what he said, but futures or not, Arun or not, 3,080. Well, I just gave you that 50 handle move. We've been shorting everything today, and here it goes. You got to believe in what you trade. Boeing right now, a $3.50 winner, followed by Tesla's been 20-something dollars, and here goes Hertz to the downside. Hurt me again, Hertz. We take this short, and now we go downside, and yeah, it is falling money day on a Friday. Hope you guys are liking this. Whatever you want to enjoy, have a drink or two on us, and hopefully on your own trading as well. Big day today. Let's go. Here's what we have on board. Let's just review it one more time for you guys. In case you're joining us right now, I've been pounding the table for shorts all day. We tried an app along, and that's it. Boeing right now, $4 in the money. Bang. CCL, 27 cents in the money. And Hertz, 4 cents in the money. But we loaded. So let's just keep going, guys. Big trades happening right now. It's almost guest of the daytime. I don't even have my clock up. It's 10:54.
10:54. We have 10 minutes, and then we're going to have our guest of the day coming through. And we're really excited because it's our first female guest trader of the day, and we get to give these shout outs, and hopefully we'll get a few more on there. I'm sort of looking at you, Bernadette. You're all over the chat there and giving props to Arun and Kevin doing a good job here. But there was a break on RCL. I did step away to go to the bathroom at 59. I mentioned it in the chat, and it just broke to the downside. So that was a nice trade to give you 60, 70 cents. But let's look for a pullback here in RCL. Brendan, what do you got? Watch
volatility here, guys. We're seeing the move to the downside, obviously accelerating a little bit. Have a look at TVIX here, up 1.5% now. Big pop through $200 there on TVIX. A little little ETF that follows volatility. Also VIXY, another one just popping up on a volume scanner. Guys.
BA, I'm just going to go back to BA here quickly to see what we've got. 184.41. We could just keep giving it to the top side. Why not? Okay, AAL break. You asked about that. You super chatted us. And here it is. Merry Christmas once again, guys. AAL breaks. And where do we go short? 1650. We got a super chat. I don't remember who it was. We gave that. You gave it to me up here. I gave this to you down here. And now we're cashing that money down. AAL, nice little break to the downside here. The day just keeps on getting better. If these futures can crash, then hell yeah, we'll take it. Let's go AAL. Just rinse and repeat a little bit there. Out some 40s. We'll see if this can keep going down. What a day, guys. What a day.
And I'm still looking at Nikola here, but it's actually holding up better than I expected. So it's put in higher lows, but lower highs the entire way through. It does feel like at some point this is going to flush. So I'm going to stick with it. I still have a stop to go short on a break of the bottom here. No matter how long this one holds up, we're going to take that short when it breaks the low of the day. RCL is giving you a pullback opportunity, but I have to go manage a little bit of our Hertz trade here, guys, because in front of 280 and 275, we got to take some profit out. So if it pops back up, we can reload. It's rinse and repeat action on these short trades over and over again as long as they want to work out. RCL, if it pops back above 59, I'll be shorting that one as well, guys.
Make money. CCL. I was going to say, here we go. We hit the fireworks. What is that for? 40,000 finally? 40,000 fireworks. Maybe we'll get out of Boeing right at 180, and then we'll regroup through that 179. Let's put a bid on Boeing right now and capture the $4 on that one. It's a $4 winner right now. We're short 184.30 on Boeing. Here we go. Maybe we just hold this. It's at 180. Let's get out and then retake the 179 short. Nice little $4 win happening right now. AAL, that's 11 cents. Bang, that one out. CCL Hertz, everything, Neil, is just cash money right now. We are at our highest spot we've been at all day. So let's just keep going on this trade, guys. I don't know what else to do. We're just going to cash out.
Hold shorts is kind of the idea here.
Yeah.
I'm only short Hertz, Luckin, and JNUS here, and we've taken a few other shorts out there. I'm still looking at this Luckin Coffee trade, thinking it can break down really heavily through 370, and I'm still going to hunt in Nikola. I believe, how long can we resist a breakdown in Nikola with the market doing this? I feel like if it can't make a move to the upside at some point, we're going to get a break of that low. I don't think you don't want to miss out on that short side trade in Nikola there, guys.
Guys, I'm just going to highlight here Boeing short there and out, and then a nice out down here at 180. We'll post that up on Twitter if you guys want to watch. Look at this. This is going to break and see you later. We're going to go short again down here through 179. I mean, if I saw this, I would have never gotten out. But here we go here. Boeing's going to come back through. Maybe we could just take a small tester. Oh, no. Is it going to hold? This is the thing. You get out now. Looks like it's going to break. A lot of reds coming through here. You can watch this live on the show here. Who else is going to show you live level 2s like this? 180's gone. See ya. And there it goes crashing right down through 180 and 179 and change. If this is not exciting for you, then you may be in the wrong business here. AAL is tanking, Boeing is tanking, and your boy is just cash cowing this one. Let's go lower, lower, lower. Here comes a 179 break. Sayonara. See you later. I'll be back on Monday. We're not going anywhere. There's still an hour to go. I hope you're having fun. Let's keep going.
Market is going to keep going, that's for sure. And just watching Oxy for the first time here today, testing 18 even, my goodness, talk about a flush to the downside, and it's still positive on the day. That just means it has some room to go here. I think at some point you could see some negative action on something like Occidental. I have a few shorts on. I'm looking for a pop into the 1850 range. Otherwise, you can scalp an 18 break to the short side. 1740 was the close. I think that's an ultimate target where you might find some support below this 18 even mark, guys.
All right, yeah, I'm pretty exhausted here. I mean, all these wins just keeps on cashing through. And guess what? Again, guys, we're short 179 again on this name. Look at AAL, guys. Boom, there it is. It's just a wheelbarrow of money coming through today. We are just hammering everything. Short side Hertz. We gave that to you. Look at this reload. What else do you want?
I feel like at some point I should refill the coffee because we're not stepping in front of trains here. But the train is coming through. If you're long, you're in front of the train. If you're short, you're driving the train right now. And I just took some of this Luckin out at 361. Maybe I'll have a coffee on Luckin, but it's a 25-cent win. It's the bottom we're looking for. But you know what? I was going to take it all out. There's just not a reason to cover everything here. It gave you the short in front of VWAP. It never even retested this 85. I'm going to stick with the short here at 385. If it breaks 360, I just want to see how far this one can go. Brennan, what do you got?
Just looking for things that might have not gone yet. Here's one of them. We mentioned this one earlier in the week. WAFU, WAFU, a Chinese online education company, just sitting here right at $5, $4.95 in fact, but a little bit of volume peaking back up in this to the downside. Down a lot already, guys, but WAFU looking weak.
Yo, what up, Las Vegas? What up, everybody? Tesla's still dropping. Your boys had that one. Hertz is dropping down. We're getting out. Look at this. Bang
70s
that.
now.
Bang that right here. AAL's a banger as well. We get out at the bottom of that. Boeing, we're short again on Boeing. We just took $7 more than, we took like $11 out of this Boeing trade. We get out here. That's a $5 win. It just keeps on going. CCL is a 34-cent win. We're at days low on CCL. We are still short right here. We're giving it to VWAP. We get some questions there. I don't know what else we can do.
Even
for you guys.
GNUS, everything is breaking downside. It almost doesn't matter. It's still net short two names here. As I just got out of Genius at 385, so that target hits. Every short side target so far has hit, with the notable exception of Hertz. I did have a price written down at $2.65. It's about to hit that, and you know what? I'm going to stay net short. I'll take some out in front, but I'm going to stay net short in case that breaks. It is time for our European update. It is time for Valeria. Let's go to the big screen.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. European markets made a choppy start to the Friday's trade as they look to rebound from the previous session's significant sell-off. At this hour, Europe in a positive territory. Britain is up 1%, Germany is up 0.64%, France is up 1.07%, Spain is up 0.75%. Russian market is closed today as country celebrates Russia Day. That's all with Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
Yeah, thank you for Will there. My comments are on fire today. Funny stuff. Thank you so much. We don't work on a script here or anything like that. We're putting real money to work. We're making real money. We're feeding the family, and we are entertaining you guys all for free. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, guys. This has been a big day. Follow me. If you want to do something for me, let's just follow me here on Twitter. There's an imposter out there on Twitter, guys. So maybe you know you've made it when you have these imposters coming through. So watch out here. I'm Trader TV Sean, 1N, guys. 2,500. Send me a shout out if you're going to be my 2,500th follower. I'll give you a shout out there. Let me know who you are, and we'll do that. But big time today. We got a good look. We got a look from Jim Cramer today early. Wow, here we go. Boeing acceleration. I look over, and my net is through the moon here. Boeing, big time trading. We're going down, 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 down. Why? Let's see if we break through 178 here. Not only that, guys, thank you to Arun, but we called this whole move all the way to the downside here, guys. Hopefully you have that on the futures. Ding, 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 all the way down. Let's keep going, guys. Another negative day. Your boy's done it again. $1.50 on Boeing once again after taking this short. This is 184.
Now, there goes 265 in Hertz,
man.
and this is why you hang on to some of these trades, because as much as I had 265 as a level, and usually I'll get flat in front of it, forget about it today. Still holding at 295, 250. I'll be out in front of that price, and then just looking for any place to get back in. Nikola broke through the low of the day, 63 there, guys. So we're going to start our short in this one. I think you almost have to give it back to 64. I'm going to be reloading on this one if I get a chance. With the market flushing like this, I've been looking for a chance to get into Nikola and exact a little bit of revenge on it here. So 4 shorts on. Oxy broke 18. I got 98s there. Was able to already take some profit on that one. We're just going to ride this train to the downside as long as it wants to continue. So Oxy, Nikola, Luckin, Hertz, all short. All of them in the money right now. Can't say enough about this one. We talked about this. It might have been a trap, shorting this one on little pops. It turns out it was not a trap. The shields were not up. We just blew up the Death Star, guys.
Yeah, guys, and guess what time it is? It's fruit salad time right now. We are short. Let's just go. Today's fruit salad brought to you by No Colors. As you can see, we've just got green.
There's mango today.
I don't know. Yeah, green, mango, kiwi, and there's some blueberries hidden in there. Melon and whatnot, honeydew melon as you go. But let's put on our board right now. I'm going to update this board. I don't have anything to say other than, wow, we are huge today. Look at these 4 shorts. Can you pick 4 better names? Obviously you can. Don't put those in the chat. But look at this. AAL, Boeing, CCL, Hertz. write down those prices and then look to see where they're at. I mean, Boeing right here is another $2 winner. We started this short at 185, guys, on Boeing. Right now, Boeing is, let's check that. It is 176 right now. So if you're short with me, ride on. We've already taken a $25 winner on Tesla. We can review that. We should have held it, obviously. Look at this market. Hertz is 27 cents right now. CCL is 76 cents right now. AAL is 66 cents right now. This is just a big day, and we continue it, and we're going growing. Thank you for the subscribers. Have a great weekend.
It ain't over right now because Nicola's going down one more time. Guys, of course, you get that nice little break to the downside. I'm looking at about 59 as a target. If we can catch $3 on the rest of these shares here, you take a quick little scalp for around $1 when resistance was at 62. Second leg down will be about $2 or $3 of a win. I got 4 shorts on, but we've been waiting for this, and it's an exciting moment for us. It is time for our guest trader of the day. Brennan will introduce.
Hey guys, yeah, so happy to have our guest trader segment of the day with Maria Rivera already joining us today on the show for the first time. Obviously, so great to have you on the show, Maria. It's been an exciting morning so far. It's been an exciting week. Let me rephrase. We're back to the downside, it would appear, after the big move down yesterday. How has your day gone so far?
Oh, hi. Has been a good day. Definitely has been a couple interesting days. I feel like market finally is having a taste of reality. So yeah, has been a profitable day, just a couple names, because I was nervous this morning about everything recovering. But I was okay, I don't think traders want to take anything over the weekend. It's Friday. So I was expecting a downside for the market.
Yeah, it's been, here we go to the downside in a big way. We've had all kinds of opportunities. Let's get back into the markets here. We'll bring the guys in.
See you on the show here. I'm glad to see that you had the same sense that I think a lot of us were sitting here in a bit of disbelief at how far the market was up. And one thing that we kind of mentioned we were going to struggle with today was picking out a few names that we liked to short the best in a move like this. Anything in particular that has caught your eye this morning, or that you've been looking at heavily, or has it been all across the board? What names are you watching?
I was watching Microsoft. Basically everything has been falling, but I took a trade at 190, and now it's I think 188, short side. Also Beyond Meat, that definitely is one of my favorite stocks. When it retains BWAP, I think around 150, I went short, and I think right now it's 145 or something like that. So it has been a good day.
I love to see that. I mean, it's all about watching the stocks that you're comfortable with on a day like that. And you said Beyond Meat, one of your best stocks. So that's what you jump to on a day where there might be a million things to look at. Quick question about your sort of your background in trading. How long have you been trading? How would you describe your style of trade? Obviously, you're trading some movers there in Beyond Meat.
Yeah. I started got introduced on trading I don't know, 7 years ago. When I was at college, it was a summer, and I got really interested in trading. So I started taking classes, taking courses, reading about it. I opened a small account, and I blow up that account. But then I got busy with school again, and I just leave it behind. And I think around December, I start again trading, getting involved in the market. So I have been on and off basically. And basically my style of trading, I like to swing traders because I was subject to the PDT rule. So unfortunately, doing day trades for me was not possible until this week that I decided to put more money in my account to be able to day trade. So yeah, my style of trading is more swing trading.
Yeah, speaking of swings here, the market bouncing off 30.10 there on the ES, still holding positive in both these. NASDAQ has bounced off 9,600, so I got some shorts on. Occidental just bounced into a 1830 range here for me. So if I'm going to stay net short and sort of roll some of this money to hang on to it, I'm going to roll back into a little bit of Occidental. I'm also watching Hertz on a bounce back play here. I sort of mentioned a couple of times with some of these plays, I'm going to stay net short until I'm really wrong. And 3 even is that price. Still have 295 short in Hertz. I'm looking for a reload chance, and I'm not necessarily going to wait till 3 even to do it. I might already be picking some up here in the mid 80s because I feel like I don't want to let this chance go away here, guys. So still short Hertz, still short Luckin, still short Nikola, still short Oxy. All of them I've taken profit on and looking for places to reload. Long side trade's going to hunt over at Adobe to see what it's doing. And JFIN broke 460. I didn't cross aggressively enough there, guys. But either way, it's been a fantastic morning. I really can't say enough about it here, Sean. The shorts have come in and come in nicely.
Well, yeah, I mean, to say the least here, I'm out of breath half the time here. It's been such a great day. Hey, what up, Maria? It's been a long time. Thank you for joining us today. Very nice to see you. Beautiful smile. It's great to have you on. Thank you so much. Did we go over where you're located? And if you could tell us that and maybe how long you've been a subscriber and watcher of Trader TV Live.
I am right now in Maryland, really
okay.
Close to DC, like right outside Washington, DC. I have been a subscriber. I've been like 2 months ago.
Nice.
I think I find out the channel like, I don't know, like a week after like you start with the channel on YouTube or something like that. So I watch you every single day.
Why do you think that? I mean, we haven't had too many female guest traders. You're actually the first. We would welcome more. You're doing fantastic. Some of that analysis you gave is absolutely fantastic. If we can give a shout out to female traders, I think generally a little more disciplined, great analysis by yourself. But yeah, we'd love to have more on. And thank you once again for joining us today on the show. It's been absolutely fantastic. You've been trading for roughly how long?
I will say like consistently, probably a year.
Okay, that's
like in a period of 7 years, I have been like on and off trading. So
good. I'd ask you who your favorite is, but I know it's going to be Neil, so or Brendan, so we don't have to go with that.
Brendan's everyone's favorite.
Yeah, Brendan is the GOAT, as we say. What is your favorite thing, Maria, about the show? Like, why should everybody hit that like and hit that subscribe right now?
I feel because it's like a great community and like it's really difficult to keep track of like so many names in the market, and like Brandon give you guys like so many names. Like for me, you are like that for me. So while I'm trading, you are like giving me interesting names to check and to trade. And like even like the other like viewers in the chat, like they're like, it's like a lot of possibilities there that you're missing, right? So, and you guys are like fun, are like authentic, and I feel for anyone that want to like start to learn trading or are experts already, like is a really good opportunity to see what is the world of trading. And like the educational channel is great, like for the beginners, like you give like amazing like material like for people who is interested in this world.
Great, thank you for that little sales pitch there. We hit the fireworks, but talk about Brendan. Let's go. What up, Brendan?
Maria, here we go. Another name for you. Bit Auto here, BITA. Little M&A action. Not sure if you look for M&A action, but BITA being taken private in a $1.1 billion deal. $16 per ADS for BITA. Guys, shout out to Seeking Alpha here for that news, guys.
Yeah, good look there. And Maria, you said something that I love to hear from everybody, and that was community. And I love the community that we're bringing here because I'll be honest with you, I've traded a lot of Occidental in the past. I had not touched it on this flush today. Someone reminded me how much it was flushing. We got a nice 18 break. We reloaded just here now on a pop, and we're able to take a nice little scalp win whenever we took 18. I'm still net short here. 18.13 is an average price. And you hit the nail on the head when you said, it's hard to follow everything in the market. There are opportunities abound. You're not going to be able to grow if you don't seek out new trading strategies, new stocks that you can trade on a daily basis. It's great to have what works, and you should always make sure you hammer that, but you got to always be growing too. So for me, it's expanding the number of symbols you can trade comfortably and able to win on, and sort of stick to your rules as well. But our community is fantastic. I see people in this chat every single day that are hitting monster calls as well, that are helping other people out there, and the chat is just a great place to be in. Even if you're not sitting there, watching everything that's going on, just try to stay involved because a lot of smart minds here in this community, and we're glad to have you on here, Maria, to join that. But I want to quickly recap Nikola for you because it's not that revenge trading, but I had a great short on it the other day that I didn't take $8 of profit on, which is kind of ridiculous that I didn't do that. But this time, I'm going to work out of every one of my reloads for a scalp win and then I'm going to see if I can't hold for a bigger trade. So if it holds, you know, like 61.5 to 63, I'll keep trying to get in and then get out, but I want to stay net short if it's below VWAP. An ultimate target is going to be in front of 59 for me. So Nicola already working out for us, but if it rolls over any deeper, I promise you I will be net short and holding this one here. Nicola to the downside. It was a great long for a while, but today's a sell day and we're getting involved, guys.
I see you on that chat there, Francine. Yeah, best community ever. I do agree, and thanks for pointing that out. Maria, I'm going to put the coming up on here, guys, so if we can't get that going, is that good enough, Rob? Ready? Okay, here we go, guys. Coming up later on this afternoon, 1 p.m., join us for Fireblocks. Co-founder and CEO will be here. Fireblocks, a very, very interesting topic to talk about. It's digital assets, it's cryptocurrency, it's wallets, it's security, it's everything like that. We're giving you CEOs, co-founders, everything on this show. So here we go. Fireblocks coming up at 1 p.m. on our Market Wisdom channel. But Maria, have you been able to check out our Market Wisdom channel? If so, I heard you talk about VWAP there. That video is pretty good. We've gotten a lot of love for that one as well.
Yeah, I like the Wisdom channel a lot because for example, I was not like familiar with VWAP, and like since I start watching you guys, like I learned VWAP, and I feel it's one of the best indicators that like I feel every trader like should know about.
I couldn't agree more. What is your favorite? I mean, look. Obviously, I don't know how this all started. I was eating fruit salad one day. The next thing you know, I got this little thing built for me right here. So we'll hit it again. And it's fruit salad time because it's 11:16 here and we've destroyed the market. So we can sit back, relax. I think part of it is once you've made as much money and you've hit your goals like we have today, then it's about sitting back, relaxing, and taking some time to regroup. What is your favorite fruit in a fruit salad, Maria?
Mango.
Mango. Good job. Yeah, we love it. Come on, Mango, get on that. Here we go. Eat a mango for you. Take it away here, Neil, as I eat this mango.
No, I mean, I'm all over that. I have some West Indian blood in me, so mango is the greatest fruit of all time, especially, look, if it's in season, if it's fresh, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. There is mango in ours today, so I'm going to be enjoying that. Maria, just one other question. Of course, there's plenty of things that we could ask you here. When it comes to actually actively trading, I'll mention this a lot of times here that we'll have, I'll have a stop order to get in a position or get out of a position. When it comes to managing your trades, do you rely heavily on automated orders like stop orders, or do you try to do everything manually yourself, controlling it? What do you find works best for you? I know every trader can be a little bit different.
Yeah, I like to place like limit orders. So like, so when like the market like retreats, so it took me like to a better price, but I usually like pretty active. I don't like to like leave an order open like 4 hours or something like that. Like I leave it open for like 10-minute stop, and if it doesn't take, I just close it. But yeah, I like better like being more involved in the orders that like leave like something automatic there.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell here, we absolutely hate being manual and hitting keys with our order flow. Obviously, you hear the chatter. We have my hands are always on the keyboard here, so you do want to have that sense here. It gets a little messy at times, but Brennan has something for us. What do you got, bud? We
were mentioning TVIX earlier, guys. Volatility spiking back up again. Every time the market makes a move to the downside, I get a whole bunch of alerts on some of these ETFs. Here's UVXY, another volume alert here coming back up to $50. Look at the volume that came in on that push down in the market. So every time we get a push down in the market, volatility spiking here. Looks like we're trying to maybe find a little bit of a bottom, though, guys. Yay,
hey, Shadow Christian Ramper said they're from Trinidad and Tobago. My family from Antigua, and I'll give the customary shout out that I always do. It is the best island in the Caribbean. It has one beach for every day of the year, and you should always try to go there. It is the best in the entire group of the Caribbean. Look, obviously, you got to enjoy vacation at some time. We don't take very many of them off here, and with markets like this, Sean, I don't know how that's ever going to happen, because here comes Nicola through 61. I said I'd be more disciplined with this trade, and I'm sticking to that plan. I shorted the break. I took some out in front of 62. I re-shorted this little pop here. I took some out in front of 62 again, and we're now holding about $1.70, almost $2 in the money here. 62.86 short. My target's in front of 59. The structure is better this time. I'm not sitting there regretting the failure to take profits out in case it bounces from here. So I'm going to see if we can hit our target. All of the shorts have been good, and I should put the position board on right now just so you guys can see what we have. It's still all short. It's short Hertz at 295, that's at 260. It's short Luckin at 385, that's at 360. It's short Nikola at 6286, that's at 61. It's short Oxy at 1813, that's at 1772. And we keep saying this over and over again. If you don't have a reason to get out of your shorts, it hasn't hit your stops, it hasn't hit your targets, hasn't been a strong enough pullback, the market's still falling, I don't care, the moon is still a full moon, whatever it is that works for you, stay in the trade and see how far it can go. You've got to find ways to expand your horizons here. Even we do that as well. Brennan, what do you got?
It's been a trend lately, but yet another Friday IPO on the NASDAQ, guys. PCVX down from the open here. It opened around 2080. The actual IPO price was $16, so straight downside here for PCVX, guys.
Guys, I see the love on the chat here, guys, and yeah. Oh, shut out. How do I feel about UAL? Okay, I'll break that down for you in a second. But look at AAL. We are short. We'll put up our position board here quickly for you guys. We're working on an automatic position board, so it'll show on the bottom. You don't have to worry about that every once in a while. We will show this for you, though. Here's what I'm talking about. AAL short, that's 50 cents in the money. We gave that to you like when it was 50 cents away from this price. So this could be really a big winner for a lot of you viewers. And there's CCL once again. I've given every single trade I've been into you guys today, I've given them to you live before they've even happened. So right there you go. That's all that I have on right now as we watch this market crash down. I did want to focus on Boeing quickly here. They're back bouncing around 176. Let's see if it can take that out down here. That's the bottom of the day on Boeing. And I just put another order in for AMD. Let's see if AMD wants to crack lower as well, back through 53. But if the market's going to rebound, I like AMD the best for a long. It's been super strong and it's still up on a day like today when there's a lot of names that have head to the south side here. Boeing recovering nicely as well. Let's try to trade AMD a bit more here.
Yeah, and if you're looking at names that you like on a recovery and on a bounce here, you can probably add Adobe to that list here. It's trying to get back to that 400 mark. It's done it a couple of times and then slid back down, but it's held 395 very nicely. It's still up on the session as the market tries to get back to the upside. Watch out for a 403.50 break at some point on Adobe. That looks like a good one. And then remember, that 410, we talked about it, failed break at the top. I mean, if it can get there again, and of course it tested that already, that's that high we're looking for. I think that's a good target on a 403.50 break. Catch a little $5 scalp, and then look to see what it does from there. If it's a strong enough move, maybe it takes the top off. But I still like Adobe. If this market ever turns around, I said it a few times, it's kind of the one that I'm probably going to jump into. I don't see anything else that I love as much. So we'll still hunt for a few more if we can catch them in the last 30, 35 minutes here. Speaking of this, obviously, we have a directional bias today. I mean, there's no way around that. Maria, do you approach your morning or your pre-trade preparation trying to develop a bias? Do you try to avoid having a bias in the market? Do you find that it helps or hinders you in your trade? I know there's definitely two camps on that, and there's not a right or wrong answer in my opinion, but what works for you in terms of determining a market direction overall throughout a day?
Oh yeah, I feel like I try to not have a bias, but I feel that that is one of the most difficult things in trading, like not be biased. So like I always especially after this huge rally, like my feeling of the market was always like we have to have a pullback in some moment. So it's difficult to just trade the price action that I feel like that is what traders should do. But it's difficult, to have bias, for particular stocks, for the market in general. So I try to not to, but I think that is one of the most difficult parts of trading.
Sorry for that, Neil. I just want to get to UAL. Yeah, that's a good point. We do need to focus, and that's another thing, man. Journal take, look at your past performance, and make sure. Maria, you've been a fantastic guest. Thank you so much so far today, and we still have 40 minutes to go. UAL, okay. VWAP is all the way up here. That doesn't really mean anything to me right now. We're so far off of this one. Obviously, I'm short everything here. I'm short AMD. I'm short AAL. I'm short CCL. So I am net negative on this one. Super chat there. We're going to identify who was that. That was Mandela McBride. So, okay, there we go. We are going to get out of some of this AMD. But what I want to talk about here was UAL. If it does get going, I do like this break upside right here. We got to get through a lot of this. If we can break through 37.50 upside, then we like it. But you know your boy is short everything. So, yeah, I would just be shorting everything now. I don't really have a favor to go short here on UAL. I haven't really really traded this stock. It's not my best one. But if you are short already, why not fill this gap? I mean, we could see a 35 today. You might want to hold on to that one. Look at this AMD trade. We just took this trade. We are short right here, 53.26. It's at 53 even, 25 cents, Maria. The party just keeps on going here. We're having a hell of a lot of fun. Let's go more short if it breaks 53. Your boys got this one again, Maria. Have you ever traded AMD?
Yes, in fact, it's one of my favorite stocks. I usually try to trade it to the long side, but for sure these days have give like good opportunities for the downside.
Look at that move. It was just at 53 even.
The market's still sort of sliding down here, guys. I want to add one thing to that UAL. I think it's worth looking at yesterday's session because you're seeing us try to bounce off 36 even, but watch what this was. This was the top in the pre-market. This was the top off the open on United Airlines. So to be perfectly honest with you, if we can hold 36, that's not a horrible place to jump into a long if the market rebounds because it gives you an obvious stop. Just sort of look at these highs from yesterday. You stop out there. It's a tight stop trade, but you want to see the market rebound first. Catch it on the way up. Don't jump in front of the sword. You don't have to do that. Before we get to Brendan, I got to get you to Luck in Coffee. I'm doing my disciplined best not to have another coffee because I'm trying to reduce that intake. Just got it all out in front of 350 there, 355. So 385 short there, 355 our final out in Luck and Coffee. Still short Nikola, however. That's 62.86. Only $1 in the money now. Was almost $2, and still short Hertz as well. But Brendan, what do you got?
Guys, Maria comes on the show, and all of the IPOs open at the same time. AZEK in New York, another one today. This one actually doing some decent volume, over 6 million shares right now on AZEK. Opened at 27.60. IPO was significantly lower. I believe it was $23 on this one. So they make outdoor living furniture for your patio, guys.
Okay. IZEK. Okay, I wonder why. AZEK. Yeah, I got it up. Okay, so I was just saying it the wrong thing, but I'm looking at the right name. AZEK here up 19%. Good little look there. Yeah, a lot of volume, 6 million plus shares. Bounced down off 27, so might be a decent spot here to take some shares if you do like this one at 27 and change. There seems to be a decent level there down here at 27. Not so many shares. It can chew through that on a 6 million day, but good little look here on AZEK there, Brendan. But yeah, right now, guys, everything's cruising. I may get out of some of this stock. CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines, the backside here, 1880. We'll get out of that one and we'll celebrate a 70-cent win if that does come through. Market trying to get going here, so we don't want to hold all of our shorts. So we will get out a little bit there. We've just been getting out all the way down. Obviously, we don't hold enough. We can't predict some of these moves. Although it's been a great day here on the market. Let's get out of some CCL. If it breaks 1880, we'll get out of some AAL, same way, if we break this 1610. So yeah, it's going to be a big day, but we are going to get out of some of our shorts just in case this move goes upside here the rest of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only in the ones that I'm dug into that I kind of was the most confident. Of course, Hertz all day long, and I've been mentioning Nikola when it eventually broke. So those are the only two I'm going to hang on to here. Another question here. We trade, so many different symbols, of course, and sometimes even different markets if you talk about the futures. Maria, do you find you only trade in futures? Have you ever looked at or dabbled in something different, like maybe futures trading or maybe even Forex trading? Or do you only stick to equities? And if the answer is you haven't yet, is that something you look to do in the future? I know a lot of traders in the community look at other instruments as well.
In fact, in the past, when I started trading, I started with Forex, but I was not very successful at it. I trade index too, but for sure, so far, my favorite thing has been like trading equities, and I also like to trade options.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I actually see someone, we trade here at Day Trade the World, so we have access to equities and futures here and Forex as well, and we don't have options on our platform. But I don't know if this question is for you. Someone was asking about your particular setup, who you trade through, sort of what you have working on there. I don't know if it's up to you if you want to be able to show, if you can, see what your setup looks like. Obviously, everyone can see what we're working with. John's got 1 million screens. I've got 1 million screens here. Unfortunately for Brendan, he's sitting at the desk because we're doing our social distancing, so he has to trade on one solitary screen. I have no idea how he does it. He's an absolute machine getting us news, doing our interviews, and live trading on a single screen. That is the most impossible thing ever. But how is your setup, and what do you work with?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not like where I usually trade because I usually trade in my desk that is in my room. I plug my laptop to the big screen, and I usually have in my platform I have like 8 names open at the same time. So
Okay.
I cannot show you right now because I feel they look super like crowded in the small screen. But yeah, I usually have like eight tickers open at the same time.
8 tickers. That's you're speaking my
8
language.
tickers or
there.
8 screens?
No. One
8 tickers,
screen with like 8 tickers, like.
Yes. Similar to what we have here. Wow, that's a lot. But good for you there, Maria. We did get out of our AMD here. We reversed long side. So now we're in an 11 cent or so winner. As I said, I love this AMD long. I'm actually going to start investing a little bit more of some of this money back into AMD here for a long-term hold. I do like that name for sure. We talked about SPG. This was the name I got the shout out with from Jim Cramer on here today. SPG still up today, but did fall back down. We were talking about it being overbought, and yeah, it looks like it was at 78, making that move back down here to $74. SPG, a good name to trade. I think I'll be back into that one. I did want to give you guys another look here on AMD. 54 in change. If we can get back above 54, maybe even 54.20 or so, let's go long. Again, if this market wants to go, I think AMD should be the one to trade long side. UAL, we did give a little look on that one. I'm still waiting for 37.40 to break. Yeah, other than that, man, it's been all cruising today. Whoa, look at Apple right here. You talked, Maria, about trading some of these more aggressive names. Apple's a good one as well. I kind of like to own it, not trade it, Apple, because Apple's obviously a great long-term stock. But look at this, nice little move up and down here today. If we can pick some of these spots, if we can get back down to 336 and change, I think that's a decent long rate there. Maria, are you an investor at all, or just a day trader? And if you do have any investments, what would be maybe one stock that you could pick for a long-term investment? What would be one stock if I could tell you, here's 10 grand, you're gonna put it into one stock, what would that be?
Well, right now I'm not an investor. I am not an investor. I just like trading. But if you make me pick a stock, I think I will say AMD or maybe Beyond Meat. I like them a lot, for sure.
Beyond Meat, oh, that's a risky play right there. Okay, we like that. Nice little risk taker. So we'll hit code word right now today, Yuana, and now risk taker. So what's going on there, Brendan?
Another one to look at here, guys. Children's Place, PLCE, down significantly from the open, but we're still up 1.6%. Just bounced off 45 there. They were out with earnings this morning, pre-market. Earnings obviously bad on the retail side of things. They also announced they're going to close up to 300 stores over the coming months. So PLCE looking a little weak, guys.
Yeah, Children's Place worth a look. I mentioned Boeing a couple of times here, both at 400, which is trying to take over and over again. The market trying to hold this 96 on the NQ, and you see the ES holding 3,000. So I wanted to pick something to the long side, and Adobe sort of been the play I've been looking for all morning. I am going to try something here. We got in at 400 on the break. We'll give it to the higher low that it put in at 97. If it gets to about that 403 mark, we can take some off while looking to then still add at 403.50. I think it's also an opportunity if you get any kind of a baseline here at around 98, 97, and some sideways consolidation. That could be another reason why you might want to add. The futures get going, and Adobe's going to be the one I'm going to pick to the long side. It's the first long I've had. I actually can't, I'm sure I did have another long at some point today. I actually couldn't tell you what it is because it's been short basically everywhere all morning long, and I still have a couple of names here. I'll get you back to Nikola. I feel like this has been one that I've been waiting for the opportunity to find a structured trade like this one in Nikola. So I'm going to hang on to this short. We've taken profit a couple of times here, so we're up a couple bucks on this one, and looking for it to roll over through 61. And once it does, 59 has been my target on Nikola. So upside play here in Adobe. I find you have to pick the names that you're comfortable with in a particular direction. That's always my approach. Usually I'll favor a stock or two if it's going to be a long day. I'll be looking only short in a couple of other names as well. I find it's easier for me to be disciplined. I don't want to get into position if I don't have a direction or a level to play off of. I find I'd rather miss out on a trade than jump into something for no reason at all. Speaking of that, Maria, I'm going to put you on the spot. Did you watch our video, or when we did our topic of FOMO, fear of missing out? If you did or didn't, do you know what it is? Do you find you fall into that at times?
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it, but it's in my YouTube watch later list. But yeah, I suffer a lot from that. With Nicola, like I think I suffered when it started like the rally up, and like fortunately, like that time works for me because I think I took Nicola when it was around like 42 or something like that, and it went up that day like I think until 90 or something like that. But so I think that is one of the problems with the market because sometimes reward you for like doing the wrong thing, like like fear of missing out, right? But yeah, I have tried to control that a lot, and in fact, I have like a list here with all my rules. So before taking a trade, I try to like read my list and check mark all the items in the list before taking a trade. And one of the first things is like no YOLO, no FOMO.
Yeah, that's what I love to see there. No FOMO. We've had guests on that show journals, that show notes. If you got sticky notes that you work with, traders on the floor here will have sticky notes up as well. Whatever you can do to make sure that you stick to your plan, stick to your rules, and stay disciplined. That's what it's going to be all about here. And one person that makes sure we stick to the plan and know what's going on is Brendan. What do you have?
Speaking of YOLO, Maria. There's been a lot of people, I think, trading that way in Genius Brands, guys. So Genius Brands, a little story here I just saw. Monday is going to be the launch for their Cartoon Network. So we were talking about that going back a couple of weeks ago. GNUS coming out with their own cartoon channel. So it's going to be available to over 200 million TVs in the U.S. Starting on Monday. So a little bit of attention, obviously, today because of that as well. Guys.
Genius. I already thought that Cartoon Network existed, but here in Canada, I guess not. Look, again, no crystal ball here, but I was talking about UAL going back up to 37.45, and guess where it went? Exactly right up there. I talked about that down here. So $1.50 ago, we talked about this possibly happening on a break back to the upside. So let's see now what UAL wants to do. I am long this name right here, 37.44. So not only do we talk about it, here goes the trade. Let's see what happens now to the top side on UAL, and right away a 10-cent winner. So we'll see how high this wants to go up. But UAL, we talk about that. Thank you so much, Mandela, for the super chat. And here it comes right back to the top side. If the market got going, you knew this name could go. So let's wait to see now what it does. We'll probably get out here on a 37 break back downside. There's a lot of garbage down here as well. I just don't want to, I am bearish on the market, right? So I don't want to hold this thing all the way to the bottom. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of a run back up here. VWAP would be pretty sweet if we can get a nice little 20, 30 cents on this one. Let's take it. Here it goes. 15 cents right away. There's a belly dance for you, Maria. I know that's a scary, but close your eyes there. But we're going to go upside now on UAL, guys.
Yeah, and we talked about upside plays, and one of them is going to be, for me, it was Adobe. We took the first break at 4 even. It's testing VWAP right now. Might need the futures to punch through to get the secondary push. Now, keep in mind, I have been also looking at a 403.50 break. So as much as I will take some profit off around VWAP, it's only because I want to be getting more shares in front of 398. It's also because I want to get more shares on a 403.50 break as well. So I don't mind taking the scalp. It is closer to lunchtime. I find this is a time of day where you might need to think about, whether you alter your strategy by taking less shares because it slows down, or you change your risk parameters of your trade, more in and out, smaller targets, more nuanced trading. I feel like every trader has to do a little bit of something to adjust to the different times of day. Maria, on that sort of topic, do you find that you either stop trading during lunchtime or maybe do change some things in your approach when you get out of that little morning rush that we're always talking about, or you sort of same thing all day long, hit all those home runs all day?
Well, because my style of trading is more like swing trading, so I keep looking for opportunities to go in the market all day long, basically. But yeah, I can say definitely at lunchtime things slow down a lot, so I just take a break for my lunch at that time.
There we go. We'll take some money bags right here. Look at UAL. Thank you, Fred, for the love there in the comments. Yeah, we are upside, and bang, there it is. Another win for us here today. We'll give a little wink here. It's going upside, guys. I gave you this call at 37.40. Look where we're at now, 37.80, and moving. You guys want some longs? How about this long? Beautiful to the upside right now on UAL. We'll celebrate that. I'm also looking at Lulu right now.
I'm going to hit this arrow here because
we can break that would be great on Lululemon.
We finally have some longs that worked out. I was only ever looking at one, and we did talk about UAL there. I did say I was going to take Adobe, but you looked at that previous day bottom. If it held that, the top, if it held that, good long. Like I said, I'm going to take my $2 of profit in Adobe. I'm looking at a breakout at 403.50, but if it resists this level from 1030, I'm looking to buy a dip here, and I can buy dips in front of 98, maybe 99s, maybe somewhere closer to our original entry. Either way, it's breakout potential at 403.50 on Adobe, and then you're hunting towards that 410 top. That was a failed break this morning, so that could be a good level as well, tracking later on in the day. Brendan, what do you got?
Guys, we were looking at that Vroom earlier in the week, recent IPO, online vehicle sales type of website. Here's another one, Carvana. Reporting in the pre-market today. Earnings were actually decent, but overall, I mean, market's so weak coming back to the downside. Robbie is dying in the background there if anyone was concerned, but I think he's okay. Carvana back to the downside here, guys, coming back into some interesting levels. 112 was a bit of a pivot here for CVNA, 3.5% still on decent earnings, guys.
We're still looking. UAL falls back down. This is why you get out of the majority of those shares. We're still into 40% though. 1, 2, 3, 4 outs. We're going to see a bit going back to the upside here. UAL. Remember, I am still pretty bearish on this market, but whatever. We'll try to take this one to the upside. It's been already a profitable stock. Shout out to Mandela there for giving us that one. I feel like we may have dodged a bullet not taking some of these longs, but here we go. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, dodged it right there. Nice little action there. Maria, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Interstellar.
Interstellar, okay. My favorite, Scarface. Have you seen Scarface?
Yes, I have seen it.
That's one of my favorite movies, so there we go.
Maria, if you're going to answer Interstellar off the top of your head there, does that mean you're a science fiction fan?
Oh yeah, I love science
No,
fiction.
not at all.
My favorite for sure.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here because this is just what it is. There's only one correct answer to this question, so make sure you get it right. Who is the greatest science fiction writer of all time? Don't get it wrong here.
Oh my God.
I'm joking with you. I always say Isaac Asimov. I am a self-proclaimed nerd. We've got nerds in the channel. We've got nerds abound. I'm one of them with you there. I actually think Interstellar is a good movie, but it really, really frustrates me with the gigantic plot hole that they had. Why didn't they build a big, gigantic spaceship where they can grow all of those crops on so they can survive when they leave the Earth? Why didn't they just use that technology on the Earth and not have to leave it all? That's a little bit ridiculous, but it's a fantastic movie to watch, seeing a black hole and all. I want to get back to Nikola for a second here, and another stock that we like because they have a great name for nerds, if you know the connection, Nikola and Tesla, of course. But I tried to reload on this one, and I got excited yapping away and then missed this trade. So not too happy with myself. It turned around here right where we liked it, around that 63. That was a definite reload opportunity. I'm still short here at 62.86. I definitely could have taken more shares here in front of VWAP. I still like this one to the downside until it breaks VWAP. So I'm going to be all over that one. But it is approaching our target to the upside on Adobe. Like I said, we were always going to take off shares when it broke VWAP, which I did do to catch the $2 winner on a 400 break. But now we're looking at a 403.50 break. And if this one goes, now we're going to think about that upside 410 target. So that should have $5 worth of upside. The problem here, I see no way you can get there without the futures at least retesting, the next 20 or 30 handles to the upside or so. But if there is going to be a bounce, it's going to be Adobe for me back in on a 403.50 break. Brendan, what do you got?
This time of day, Maria, we like to kind of concentrate on things that are still doing more volume than they usually do on a daily basis. IMRN, we mentioned this one earlier, still up, 85% here. Just having trouble, I was noticing with this 1270, 1275 area. There's a bit of a seller there. You can see volume coming back in on the buy side, but a seller's still kind of keeping this thing below 1275 to 13 IMRN, if it does want to head southbound, long way to go. This thing was $7 yesterday. We're trading at 13 now, guys.
That sounds like a decent opportunity there. 54, yeah, 7 to 13 IMRN. Big names moving around. We are getting close right now to taking AMD long. So we'll wait to see if it breaks through 54.10. See, this is why we don't gate 54. We need to get a little bit more than 54. See if we can't get above this little wick here. And if we can do that, then yeah, we'll hit AMD long through 54.10 or so. But other than that, man, the only trade we have on right now is this UAL. But like like I've been talking about it, we've gotten the majority of these shares out here, especially when it breaks through VWAP. That's obviously a big key for me on that. So we'll get out of the rest at 37. It's going to be a profitable trade no matter what. But yeah, we did not expect, well, we did expect it because I'm a bear and we've been a bear all day. So we did expect this move back down, but we did get out of that. Shout out to Mandela there for that lookout. And it was a good trade. So we'll just keep going on that. But yeah, we are bearish. We'll continue to be bearish. Let's look for some more names to short. But
yeah, bears short pops, and I'm shorting a Hertz because look, I can't not short Hertz at this point. So it pops back up to 85. I get more short at 85. We're quickly taking it out in front of 270. I'm still net short Hertz. I will be short Hertz until it breaks $3, some way, shape, or form. It still hasn't taken out 250. So for me, look, the plan is still going to be on. I'm shorting pops in front of 3. I'm holding something for a 250 break. I don't care when it happens. We'll make sure we're involved in that one to the south side. I still have Nikola as well. I thought Adobe was about to take off 403.50 and then break to the upside, but we're now going sideways on the futures. So, if that trade happens 10 minutes from now or an hour from now, that's fine. I still like that break at 403.50 on Adobe. We're going to hunt for that one when it comes, or look to go long on a pullback in front of 398. But Hertz, that was just a quick little 15-cent scalp. We'll see if we can do a couple other ones here if it pops back into the 290 range.
Okay, BITA may be a good name as well today for those of you guys trading that. Yeah, we're going to look around again. Let's go back to Boeing here. I'm still waiting for AMD to go one way or the other. I don't mind a break now down short side here if we break through 53.90, 53.80 to the downside. We're getting close, man. I mean, here's the level 2 right now. We're going to wait to see what that does. It's kind of, this is what we're talking about, kind of consolidating in here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like 7 or 8 minutes of consolidation right now. If you break upside, we know I'm already wanting to go long AMD. I agree with you, Maria. This would be a good investment. I'm going to put some money to work later on in this name. But 54 breaking is a good one. Also, if you break down below this, we could, again, I'll go short and then we'll wait to see what it does around 65, 66 if that short does come through. But I do like AMD to the long side. Let's check back in on some financials as we can right here. JP Morgan. These stocks, I don't know, man. In this zero interest rate environment for a very long time, I'm long JP Morgan, but may look to get out on any strength. Can't believe we went as high as 101 today. That might have been a good spot here. The futures, though, making a move back. We almost went red on the day, I believe, but now we're up that 1%. So market's rocking and rolling. Let's check out your Beyond Meat right here, Maria. Are you looking to trade that today again, or are you sort of backed away and maybe you'll be hands off for a bit today?
Yeah, I feel like I will be hands up for today.
Okay.
I have a good day and I don't want to overtrade. And
yeah, I don't blame you. We were eating fruit salad about a half hour ago, so yeah, we're not overtrading this market either. We do hold our UAL though. That comes back from the dead. We waited for 37 to break. We're still long 37.44, and there goes our AMD. So we do take that long, breaking through 54.10. We got 54.11. So let's see how far this one wants to go to the upside now. We're going to give AMD some runway up here all the way to see if we can't get back to VWAP and cash in once again. But your boy is long right now, AMD. Let's see how high this can go. We'll get some out at the quarters if it can go, but right away in the money, 6 or 7 pennies.
Yeah, and I'm in the money right now, just backed into some Adobe. We talked about 403.50 being the secondary entry point, that or a pullback, but we took the breakout as it came. It's in the money about almost $1 or so, but remember, I got a bigger target on this long. The original long that we took on a 400 break was always going to be out in front of VWAP and that 403.50 level. Now that we have this price, we're looking to see if we can trend back to the upside. I am going to have to watch the futures here. If we get any kind of a hard sell-off and I'm still profitable on the trade, I'll probably take that one off and look for another re-entry in Adobe. But it was always a name that I was going to be striking the long trade in. And now that we have it here, we want to make sure we get the profit that we're looking for. I still, of course, am short Hertz. I mentioned why that's going to be the case, but I also have a trade still in Nikola to the south side. It's basically holding here at the 63 mark, which is where I am short. The entire time I've had this, I've wanted to give it to 64. I do feel like at some point I should be sliding my stop a little bit, but that hasn't happened yet. If it tests down to 61 and bounces back, at that point I will slide my stop to break even. Otherwise, I will keep my stop $1 out. I'm willing to risk that buck. I've already had a couple of profitable trades. So in order to hit that home run, if I swing and miss, I'll still be up on the day on Nikola either way at this point.
Thoughts on BAC? Sure. We're looking at JPM right now. We just took some more out of UAL, so that's a floss out right there, guys. We're long UAL right now. We can put up our position board quickly. I'm not in any financials yet, but we will hopefully get into something here very soon. But AMD is my largest position. That's on right now. We just did take that, Maria. We both like it to the long side, so good look on that one. And UAL right now, we're long that, but we're taking that off. We're very, very light on UAL. I don't love the cruise or travel space, so any sort of bump up on that one. Here it is. This is what my UAL chart looks like today. Don't love it, but we're trying to pick some longs out of thin air here, and I think we might have had one right there. So good little trade on UAL. Hopefully that doesn't break through 37, but it doesn't matter. Like Neil said, we're hella profitable on this name anyways. We have 20% of our position left, so this thing can almost go all the way back down to here, and it wouldn't matter. But we're going to get out if it does break through 37, guys.
Absolutely. Look, we only have about 10 minutes to go here, and I know this is a question that certainly gets asked a lot here, and I'm going to phrase it a little bit differently for you here, Maria. Not just how was your experience here, and you've mentioned enjoying, of course, the community that we're building. But if we're going to talk about reasons why not only people should be tuning into this channel, what you get out of it, but why specifically maybe we should get more female traders speaking up. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but I kind of going to do it here. So what's the most positive thing for you? And why should people like and subscribe? And why should we have more female traders in here? We know you're there. We know you're successful. Why should maybe consider being guest traders of the day like yourself?
I don't know, because it's always challenge yourself to do different things and get out of your comfort zone. So I feel like I've seen some women at the chat, and so I encourage them please, I want to see you as a traders, because I feel like for me as a woman, I like to see and be inspired for other women doing what I do. So that is what I like when you guys have sometimes interviews with people, and I have seen some women traders there. So that is kind of inspiring for me. So I invite viewers, please come to the show and inspire other people to do what you're doing.
You know what, honestly, this is why we ask you guys, because you give better answers than we could. We could sit there saying what we think, but you nailed it there. And one of the things you said, stepping out of your comfort zone. I mean, a day like today, it's well, if you don't step out of your comfort zone and maybe go long in a few things when the shorts have been working out, or you don't try some symbols that you've never looked at before, you always have to be willing to do that. I mean, when I started my career as a trader, I was literally only traded, after trading Cisco and AMAT for a little while and wasn't successful doing it, I then made money as a penny stock trader. And then I did that for a while, and then you expand from there. You have to be willing to look at some new things. It's okay to make money doing one thing. That's great as a foundation. You should always stick to that. But just make sure you're expanding your horizons. Stepping out of that comfort zone, I think, is worth it. I think you've done a fantastic job today. You know what, and either way, if we get some more female traders on here, we'd be very, very happy. We're very happy to have started with you, Maria. You're doing a great job. I would recap now the positions that I have on, but you guys know that we were short in Hertz. You know I'm short in Nikola because I'm not getting out of that one until it breaks 64. And I got Adobe long. There's really not much else to talk about there. Sean, obviously we've had some wins today. Is there anything on your radar that you either have on or maybe that you're going to put on or looking at some point in the afternoon?
No, not really. Yeah, it's been pretty obvious today that we've had some winners. This is the biggest one here. Like I said, the biggest one ever in Trader TV Live history. We had it on, and look how much we left on the table. You want to talk about a little bit of FOMO? Look at it. We didn't miss out because we cashed in, and Tesla's my #1 stock. No, Hertz is my #1 stock today, but Tesla, guys, a big mover to the downside here. We get out. This was that $8 trail. We let it go all the way there. We get out, but then it spanks itself right down. So I'd say keep an eye on Tesla. If the market does turn green at some point today, well, it's already green, but if the market gets back going, then I do think that maybe Tesla, this move may be overdone. I don't know about VWAP here. Let's check out what VWAP is on a 3-minute, just to give you guys another little quick look here. Yeah, it's kind of the same price, 958, 960. So I think if we can get back above 950, let's call it 960 then on Tesla, you sort of got to get back above where I got out here, I think. That could be an aggressive play for all you viewers out there. So I would look at Tesla. I don't know. We're kind of out of earnings season right now, so not sure there's going to be anything else there. Hertz, because I think is probably the most profitable stock here today. I'll have a quick look at that one. We've just been gunning this bang and bang, and this was a big position, so this is why it's my #1 spot today. We'll look down here. If we break through 250, then all aboard the Hertz train once again. But I'm flat right now, and yeah, it's been a huge day. I'm basically at the largest spot I've been at all day. We did take a little bit of a loss here on AMD. We took 5 cents, then we lost 20. So right now we're in still 75% of this trade. I still think AMD comes back up to VWAP. I don't know what lunch is, but damn, that smells good. What up, Brendan?
Yeah, I agree. Something has just arrived, and it smells fantastic in here. CTIB, another one, guys, if you're looking for something to kind of keep in your back pocket for the afternoon, CTIB, the volume on this still pretty impressive. We're sitting here now at $4. So we went from 9 to 8 down to 5, and now we're at $4 for CTIB. So all kinds of opportunities all over the place still, guys.
Absolutely, and I did mention on the chat there, Eric Meadows, thanks for shutting that one out and reminding me that I didn't tell you guys my target specifically on Adobe there on that 403.50 break. I mentioned it there in the 408 range, and I just sort of go back. If we can kind of zoom out here, you look at the pre-market action, there was a lot of chop between 08 and that 410 test of the top. And I do still like a breakout potential if it's a strong enough market in the afternoon. I wouldn't bet on that happening, which is part of the reason why I'm going to get out in front. But if it does, I'm ready to go long on a 410 break again. But I'm going to take it out in the middle of this chop. When it enters 408, I don't have a specific price. I do have a target and I have an order out here. But if it runs into this and immediately retraces at 408, I'll just get out at like 407 or something, take $350, $4 worth of a win. So that's the idea for me on Adobe. And of course, I'm still short Hertz. So I'm gonna look short another pop here if it gets into the 90s, but 285, I can't give this one up. I gotta be honest with you. Hertz shorts have been so good to me all week long that I can't step away from it, especially with the action that we had today, which made no sense to the upside, in my opinion. Brendan, what do you got for us, bud?
Guys, a couple of minutes ago, obviously, we're nearing the end of the show. We're nearing the end of the week. Maria, thank you so much for joining us today. If anybody watching wants to participate as a guest trader of the day, send an email to marketing@tradertv.live and we'll get you on for this segment. I just want to take a second and say a big thank you from everyone here, Neil, Sean, Valeria, myself, the production guys, to Joanna leaving us today, going back home to Switzerland. We will miss you. We thank you for everything you've done. Such hard work put into the show. We would not be where we are today without her hard work. So thank you, Joanna. I know she rang the bell this morning and is still here. So I wanted to make sure we get that in, guys. We're going to go over to Valeria now and check in on what day it is today.
Thank you, Brandon, and I absolutely agree with you, Yana. We'll be miss you so much, and we love you a lot. Please stay connected. And hey, Maria, thank you very much for joining us.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, and I know you're right. There are a lot of ladies who are watching us. I hope that you is a great example for all the ladies traders out there to be confident and join our show. And guys, if ladies join our show, don't be shy. You can also send your request at marketing@tradertv.live and join us, trade together and talk. Guys, thank you very much for this amazing day, for reaching 40,000 subscribers. Welcome everyone to Trading Family. And as usual, I'm saying what national day is today, and as a Russian lady, I couldn't skip that. Guys, today is the Russia Day. Shout out to all the Russian viewers and to my home country. Back to traders.
Happy Russia Day to you
happy
too,
Russia
Valeria.
Day.
I don't even know, maybe celebrating, I don't know what, but happy Russia Day to everybody. Happy weekend, happy week to everybody. Thank you for joining us. We crushed through that 40,000 subscriber mark. Next on the block, 50,000, and obviously we want to give a shout out. Brennan just did, you wanted a lot of justice there, so I'll leave that alone. And thank you so much also to you, Maria, for coming on. You're one of our best guests so far. Thank you so much for all the support you continue to have with us as well. And you know, I hope you'll keep joining us every day as we continue to put on what we think is a decent show. But here goes UAL, guys, just on a comment there, and we're gonna do one more. And Maria, you probably like chicken, but we haven't done it yet. UAL, here we go. It's a chicken dinner winner. Get your chicken. It's on sale at your local grocery stores today. Chicken dinner winners all around. This is a 50-cent win on UAL. So your boy goes back to this name and crushes that one. So UAL, let's see if we break through 38. See ya. We are long. A nice little 55-cent win. We hope you enjoyed yourself, Maria. Any last comments?
Just like thank you guys for like doing this amazing show that helped so many people, have helped me a lot personally to become a better trader, and thank you so much for having me. Have a great weekend, everyone.
And have a great weekend as well, Maria. Thank you very much. Look, it's been a fantastic show. Obviously, it's been a fantastic week. That goes without saying. Before we wrap things up, guys, I know we got $3 on, but I'm going to do this to you. We got to hit that coming up because we do, at 1 o'clock today, have Michael Shaloff, a co-founder and CEO, and Rob Salmon, VP of Business Development at Fireblocks Digital Assets. That's coming up at 1. That will be live on our Market Wisdom channel. Please make sure that you tune in for that. It should be an interesting talk there. And look, obviously, like I've said over and over again, sorry, I just want to take that off. What just happened there, guys? There we go. I wanted to say a personal thank you to Maria for doing such a fantastic job. It's always a good look to be the first to do something. You're our first female trader. That takes a lot of guts. I think you're very brave to do it, and you absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I love the support that you've been getting in the chat. Thank you, David P. there with the nice little super chat there. We'll dedicate that one to our guest trader of the day, Maria. But it is 12 o'clock. And it is that time. Unfortunately, we have to get out of here. The market does not stop, however. I got to say, for the entire team down the line, Valeria doing a fantastic job, and happy Russia Day for you there. Sean, enjoy those mangoes today. I hope they are fresh, because I'll be having some after lunch as well. And Brennan Wickens giving us all of the straight goods all day long and every day of the week. I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Bye, Maria.